say go through the night. Now Bernadette, not with courage, they fight. Ridgely, Marlena, and Toomba on deck. Against the order, they won't break a sweat. A world full of darkness, but heroes stand tall. Battling the shadows, won't let themselves fall. The royal oppression, they aim to break free. In the land of the lost, they're the key. No dragons remain, just a distant memory. But the spirit of fire burns wild and free. These heroes, they push on through the perilous haze. And the world has been shattered, they'll find better days. The orders grip titans, but they'll resist. With every step forward, they'll persist. In the face of danger, they'll never back down. The ultimate treasure, the freedom unbound. As this journey unfolds, they'll conquer the fear. Through the storms and the battles, the end is near. The order will crumble, the heroes will win. In the wakes of woe, a new world begins. So raise your voice, let the tale be told of the fearless adventures, brave and bold. In the wakes of woe, they'll rewrite the story of a world reborn in all of its glory.
Whoa, whoa, in the wakes of woe, we sail. Fight in the darkness, we will prevail. Our heroes rise up, an unstoppable crew. In the wakes of woe, they'll see it through.
I don't know what happened, but we started walking further and we met this drow guy. Started beating up, like, older people, that's it.
He was shooting down gnolls, and he told us where the camp was, the main camp, and that the princess was there, the king's only daughter.
Yeah.
And for some reason that she's here overseeing operations.
Let's not forget that we got this information by Arendelle brutally torturing a poor gnoll.
Yeah, we know.
Found this out, she was overseeing operations of this adamantine deposit that this elf told you was in these mountains.
We also found out that they are creating like winter soldiers, basically out of body parts, which is what they needed all the prison ships for.
Mm. And they call them siege machines.
Giants.
They're big. They're called what?
Siege machines, wasn't it?
Yeah, siege machines.
Let not forget the giants. They also exist for tribute.
That's right. Yeah, and the giants don't like them, so we had an idea of trying to recruit the giants to our cause.
Yeah, recruit used loosely. More like leading a stampede.
Yeah, same thing.
Fun. What was everyone doing throughout the day as you've probably set up a new camp on this like cliff face?
Would this have been just as we were like walking around? So basically we've been on the move all day?
Yeah.
We're setting up our Baldur's Gate 3 camp.
Yeah.
We each have our own tent, and there's a fireplace with only 4 cots for some reason.
Only 4 special people get to sleep around the fire. Everyone else spends to themselves.
I would be experimenting on that spell that I created.
Okay.
Considering... Elle usually doesn't, like... She's not responsible, but... Now that she has no entertainment, nothing to drink... I mean, she might as well just put her hands to work, so... She helps set up everything. All that needs doing.
You know how to collect firewood, correct?
I learn.
Good. Go do that.
Druid and Toomba, what are you two doing?
Druid's gonna try to hunt for food.
Okay. Is Druid going off alone?
The fuck she is.
I have to use the buddy system.
Send the penguin with the Goliath.
So I guess after Tuma spent time with Marlena, he would have come back, got caught up on what happened, and yeah, he would have offered to go with Druid.
Speaking of Marlena, is she coming tonight?
Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll survival or nature, Cayman and Druid. If you guys are going out hunting, I'll let you guys choose what you want to roll. For those of you setting up camp, go ahead and roll survival.
I'm gonna
See
do
if you can
survive.
properly get your tent set up without issue.
17.
Natural 20.
Oh, your tent
right.
looks perfect.
Yeah.
17, you find about 8 small prey. So small game. Those mixture of rabbits, foxes, and squirrels.
Let's just say I did not roll well on my tent check.
What'd you roll?
11.
Ooh,
Oh.
your tent is damaged beyond repair.
Oh, not me.
I'm in the middle of putting it up. I get in there to try to support it. It collapses, and I just set it on fire.
I'm
done with it.
I'm just like setting up my my own tent like behind you, and I just see like the fire like glow up on my own tent, and I turn my head, and I just see you blasted.
You all are done with your tents, and y'all are just watching me struggle to put this up. Eventually, I give up, walk 30 feet away from it, and just fireball it.
I'm glad that you got your anger under control.
Pretty flames.
As am I.
So where you sleep, if not tent?
I don't sleep.
Oh, but it's cold out here. You can't stay out here.
Yes, I can. I'll just stand very, very close to the fire.
The one that he made.
I'll be all right, probably.
After about 4 hours, while this camp is getting set up, and Toonba and Druid are out in the woods actively hunting, the two of them return back to camp. Camp has been set up. There's a small pile of ash and what looks to be singed cloth, the obvious remains of a tent, and there is a fire going in the middle of camp. Are there any conversations being had at all?
I would probably have a conversation with Druid while we're out.
Okay, go ahead. You guys can go and play that out.
Getting personal.
Bumba bumba bumba.
So, Druid, tell me about yourself. I am your captain after all, and I should know everything. Well, not everything. I should know who my crewmates are.
I do know everything.
Shut up, Arendelle. You're not here.
You're burning your tent down.
Oh shit, I'm not. Oh!
Just vanishes from existence.
Ah!
Well, I had 2 brothers. I don't know where my other brother is. Most of the stuff you knew about me were in that burnt out town. I don't remember much of my younger days. But I guess I had fun with my family. Can't really say much about that now. But I don't really know what to talk about other than what has happened in the recent days.
Well, let's start with this. What are your favorite things to do? What do you do for fun?
Hunting. Definitely hunting.
Probably should have figured that. You are a druid named Druid, after all. It's kind of in your blood.
What do you like to do for fun, Captain?
Wouldn't you like to know, Wither Boy?
I like to drink and fight. And exercise.
I see.
Okay, you have to do an exercise every day to keep up this physique, and jiggles his belly.
All that bird fluff.
Oh, and I do love fishing. I grew up learning to fish and learning to fight.
I see. I see.
Simpler times back then.
How'd the team form? Nobody has
boy.
ever.
That's the question. We haven't spoken about that yet.
It's a good question. Well, the simple answer is that we were all captured by the Order and were put onto the same ship. We managed to make our escape, and we have been together ever since.
Oh, I see. You've spent all this time just trying to find the Order.
We haven't had a big goal in mind, not until recently. I believe we are going after the Order now, but before we were just running, really. Trying to settle personal matters. It had a D4 around here. Where did it go?
What's a D4?
I'll find it later.
Later.
Yeah, let's just go and I'll find it. I'm sure I'll step on that at some point.
And you'll take 1d4 damage.
Oh, my boy.
And you're a commoner, that could kill you. Be careful.
My commoners always have 5 HP.
Oh.
Randomly gets damaged by walking.
Ooh.
We will say that is when these two return back to camp. Is there any other conversations going on inside the campsite?
Besides the comments about burning down the tent.
Oh, there were no comments. There were no words
there it is.
exchanged. Just a deceased tent.
It was hiding between the other dice.
Y'all probably would have heard the explosion in the distance.
Or any spells or any of the like being cast at this time?
He did
Yes.
cast Fireball on his tent.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
But-
spell is
No,
being cast?
not fireball, firebolt. But
Yeah, cantrip.
I will be testing my new spell that I have been practicing on.
Okay. What is around you when you're doing this?
I'm making sure I'm outside of the clearing, so I'm surrounded by trees where it's a little bit naturally darker.
Okay. So you're away
And
from the group when you do this?
I'm within earshot, but out of eyesight, line of
Okay.
sight. So
say
after
about a few hundred feet away.
maybe 800 feet away,
Okay.
not 800, 800 like 100.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I would start as I would any ritual, just some protective runes and sigils in the ground, just to make the
Yep.
spell more stable.
And you're casting the new one, correct?
Yes, sir. As I cast my spell book out in front of me, and the pages start flipping on their own to the most recent page, and I start to cast the spell.
And as you draw forth this arcane energy and it kind of develops into this like dark, almost pure black essence as it forms into this spear around you, you watch as everything within 30 feet of you wilts and dies. Trees, landscape, the snow, just from the pure energy of this forming.
Do we notice this?
You would not.
I mean, are the trees
It's far enough
falling?
away? No, like they're shriveling, like they're, yeah.
I'm gonna mention that side effect, but one I can work with. I'll take note of the side effect of me casting the spell. Did there happen to be any small animals near me when I cast this?
Yeah, you watch as a few birds that are flying overhead just fall to the ground dead.
There are a few insignificant lives and more important ones.
You see the essence flowing from them and into this spear that has formed.
I hold the spear out in front of me and let it float as I take down notes of the side effects of the spell being cast.
Yeah.
You said a 30-foot radius?
Yep.
1, 2, no. I close the book and toss it up behind me, and it disappears. As I grasp onto the lance, I'll test its weight, get used to its balance, and I will begin to throw it off into a direction, not exactly in the opposite direction of camp, but near towards the side. Like,
Yeah.
just as long as it's away from where the order is, that's where I'm going to throw it.
Yeah, and you see it hit a tree as the tree is covered in this dark ice. It's not quite natural. It's got this like very, very dark purple hue to it as it's like instantly apparates and just freezes and constricts around this tree where it struck.
Not just what I was expecting. Well, suppose that's enough for today. Time to go report my success. I'll do a about face and walk away from the 2 craters I created today of just non-life.
Which shoulder do you turn during an about face?
The fuck? You turn on your left
There you
shoulder
go.
on an
I'm
about face.
just testing you.
I'm from the fucking military, sir.
Just testing you, bud.
What is that?
It's when you walk forward halfway with one heel and then turn on your back to turn in the
Oh,
other direction.
I see.
You
Yeah,
don't
and you
know
head
it
back
just
to
standing
camp.
still? That's how I do it.
We'll say
12,
this
6,
is
12, 24, or whatever the fuck the phrase was when they just drilled into our skulls during BMT.
Arendelle in a uniform. Huh. That's an odd picture.
No.
we'll say this is when the rest of the party kind of regroups together. It is late. Is anyone taking watch? Is anyone going to bed?
I'll take the first watch. Bernadette was working on practicing the spells, which I finally remembered to message you. So I just messaged you what's the order of the spell she's working on. Someone stole my shoes again. Yeah, so she's just working on different spells. One that Arendelle had started working with her on before, and then a few that she used to know, and two that she used to know, one that's completely new to her. So
Since I'm always up, I'll be there to assist her if needed.
Okay. We'll say since you're under an arcane tutelage, there won't be any cost for one of them.
and I don't know if it matters because of how we're doing this. Learning certain schools of magic are easier for me than others. So Wither and
Yes.
Bloom
Would
is
definitely be easiest for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you want to do that, but that's basically what she'll do until she goes to bed for her first watch.
Okay. Is your goal to have all these by the next morning?
I don't doubt I could get them all by the next morning, but just over time, this is what every time she works on spells, these are the 3 that she's working on.
Gotcha. We'll say this is the second night you've worked on these, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll say you can pick one that you have successfully managed to recreate, and I'll let you choose which of those.
Ooh. Do we go with which one she really wants, or which one makes sense lore-wise?
Well, I recommend starting with what you're most familiar with.
All right, they'll determine it. She'll do the Wither and Bloom.
Okay. You can go and add that to your list.
It's better to lay steady groundwork.
Also,
With
both
the
of you
beginning.
roll D6 and Constitution saving throws.
Yay!
I am good at both. It's a 5.
The
Under my dice
D6.
out.
5 on the
Con
D6.
That is a 17 on con save.
That's
Okay.
a 20. 2 on the con save.
Okay.
And a 5 on the d6.
Both of you take 1d4 cold damage from the blistering effects of the environment. However, it's a pretty calm night. The night is slowly creeping on. It seems even slower with this blistering cold. How long do you take your watch, Bernadette? And who do you wake up for the second part of the watch, or?
I'll wake up Elle.
You make your way over to the tent, but you realize that Elle isn't sleeping. She's just been laying on his stomach and just looking very bored.
I think stomach sleeper psychopath.
Dressed. Not even like curled up in a bag. But she's laying on top of her bedding.
Oh. Sorry, I was like, thank you, Avocado. Bernadette will walk up to your tent and kind of looking. Are you still awake?
Think about not. Mick's angry. Not sure why.
I'll kind of wait for a moment, then I'll step into the tent, just like staying in the doorway, not coming too far into Elle's space, but just to get like out of line of sight. Why are you thinking about not?
He gone for a long time. You think he find us? Why I want to worry about him? I hate him.
You tend... Really? You tend to think about those that you care about and worry about them when they are not around.
Dips her head a little bit. Nods.
I didn't realize that you thought positively of not.
I don't know what I think. What do you want?
I was going to see if you wanted to take the next watch.
She looks at her battering, her pillow, and then looks back at you. Might as well.
Arendelle is, as always, awake. If there was anything you needed to discuss.
That's true, but not want to bother him. He got angry earlier. He should be left alone. Yeah, you see tent. Yeah. And then he wandered away for a bit. You noticed?
I did. My toddler does something similar.
I wonder what that feels like. Be mother?
Someone's talking shit about me.
Roll perception, Arendelle.
Okay.
In any case, and then she pushes herself up. Thank you for coming to me. And thanks for talking, but
23.
I guess I should let you rest.
She'll just not say anything else, just leave, go back to her own tent.
She takes her blanket outside and wraps around as she sits by the campfire and just listens around herself.
Yeah, you can roll perception too, Elle, as Bernadette, you head back to your tent.
And as when I do that, when Bernadette gets back to her tent, she pulls out the book that she can't read and just watches the writing, thinking about Elle's question of what's it like to be a mother.
27.
The writing has stopped.
That's ominous.
I mean, you wouldn't expect a book writer to write at all times, would you?
Yeah.
That'd be more disturbing.
Did you add your smell proficiency, Elle?
Oh, in case I'm smelling? Sure.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, same roll. Okay.
Perfect. So I will say, so where the both of you are positioned on this mountainside where this camp is at. You can see over the ridge and kind of over this small woods that this scouting party was patrolling earlier that Draven was taking shots at. But just beyond that, both of you can clearly see the kind of glow that is produced by a campfire. Elle, you can get like faint sense of smoke in the air that's off in the distance as the wind's kind of blowing towards you. It's obviously not the smoke from your fire, but it's very faint, very, very far away. But you can see it. That obviously being one of the order camps that Draven told you about the day before. And at this time, as the party all lays nestled in their bed, snuggling up, to whatever furs or blankets or order garb that they may have brought in with them, both of you realize it is blistering cold. The moon casting this eerie glare and light over this forest. It makes you really feel alone. You felt alone on the ship, surrounded by nothing in that vast ocean, but at least there you could feel yourself. Here you're so numb you can't even feel the presence of yourself anymore. Arendelle, the screams in your head have oddly been quiet lately. Toonba, Marlena's usually talking to you non-stop, and she has been fucking quiet too. All of you just kind of have this sense of being alone. And as you're all sleeping, most of you, that's when there was a blood-curdling shriek that echoes out throughout the forest. It reverberates off the mountainside, and it sounds like the wail of a banshee. The shiver shooting down your spines, making you feel almost colder. Your goosebumps have goosebumps. The shriek rips you all back to reality. What are the two of you doing? Those of you who've just been kind of jolted awake in bed, what are you doing?
So you say screams like a banshee as in the literal sense of a banshee, or just someone screaming really loudly?
It is someone screaming bloody murder.
A piercing scream.
Coming from nearby, or?
It's coming from the distance. It's echoing off the forest. It's echoing off the mountainside.
Bimbo would definitely be jumping out of bed.
You know the wail of death, Arendelle, and that is what you hear.
Oh, this is someone currently being murdered.
We're currently screaming their last breath.
What in the nine hells is going on out here?
I jump up and point my gun in the direction of the sound. And
I was looking.
Point it towards the wind, I guess.
I was looking in that direction, but I just turned back towards the fire. Sounds like someone's being killed.
It's safe here, but for how long?
Not long at all.
We should be cautious. Something dying out here indicates danger.
Oh, Trump.
You know how many people we kill in the last few days?
More than I would like.
Really?
The exact number, yes.
Odd.
Actually, I take that back. I haven't killed people at all today or in the past few days.
There is a difference between killing for survival and killing for fun. What we have been doing is killing for survival. And what I imagine the Order is doing is killing for either fun or other malicious intent.
Everyone roll perception. And as Toomba finishes the word intent.
Dirty 20.
8.
15.
The smell?
22.
15 plus 8.
21.
You all hear the echoes and reverberations of a cannon blast.
Do we hear whistling getting louder?
No.
Oh,
The sound echoes and reverberates off the trees, shaking the night so much that you see snow falling off trees. This is a very loud blast. Uncommon on land, obviously.
We
do we see a muzzle flash?
You do not. No, it definitely sounds distant, and you definitely know by the way that this cannon blast has.
It's just a singular blast, right?
The way that this noise was made, you all obviously know that this was not something aimed at you. Think of like when you're at like a reenactment sitting next to the cannon, just kind of hearing the boom.
Mm.
We are closer to the camp than I realized. I'll turn to our drow companion.
I think camp engaged with loud scream.
Do you know where that sound came from? Is that one of the outpost camps or the main camp?
Somewhere along the wind.
Does Draven have any idea?
We're gonna ask Draven. Let me see what his modifiers are. Give me a moment.
I not think we should check out. Let's rest up and check it out afterwards.
Are we still in poor condition after the fight from last night? Or are we rest up since then?
That would be a question for the
We will
guy up
say
there.
you guys have gotten your rest. We'll say you guys have had a long rest at this point.
Is it still dark out here?
It's the tail end of night, almost morning. So you're looking probably like 1 in the
hours.
morning. Yeah. Vampires are glittering. Going back to high school. This is ridiculous.
Oh, don't worry. I intend to genocide them next.
As much as I would like to agree with you, Alan.
Draven points towards obviously this camp that you guys can kind of see this like very faint glow from obviously some fires that are going on. And he says, "Yeah, it's just a scouting camp. I don't know what would be going on though."
Well, if we're all rested up, perhaps we could take advantage of the commotion.
Arendelle, you know a lot of spells. You have something to check this out from afar?
Well, not from too terribly far away, but I have a general way of doing so, yes.
I knew I could count on you.
Of course you could. On me.
I have to agree with Arendelle, Captain. If there is commotion going on in this outpost camp, this might be our best opportunity to investigate. Take advantage of another attacking force, if able.
Ooh, strike while they're vulnerable. Good plan.
Actually.
Very well. As much as I would like to stay here and remain safe, I cannot in good conscience continue to sit here and let the order do what they wish. Crew, we are attacking that camp. Someone mentioned something about a princess at this camp, yes?
That would be the fortress in that direction.
And as Arendelle points off towards the west and the different direction that this camp is that's making the noise.
This is the scouting camp.
Well, in that case, Captain, choose.
We believe that attacking the scouting camps first would prevent something from attacking us from behind when assaulting the fortress or investigating the fortress.
This is cool.
This is such one of those scouting camps. One of 3, I believe.
That is a very valid point. If we go to the scout camp, we cannot let anyone escape. They will go back to the fortress and let them know that we are coming.
I agree.
I'll send forth the scouts a moment if you want. I say as I step away from the fire so it's not too bright, and I will cast Summon Shadow Spawn.
What is the range of which you can control this creature?
It doesn't say there's a range. It just says I
Okay.
can cast it within 90 feet.
Yeah, so we'll say that this can work.
I can hold it up to an hour. That's the only limit. So I will step outside of the light of the fire and conjure forth a Fear Shadow Spawn. One that's Cabo. Hey, you recognize this, buddy. Only for a brief moment before he just completely melts away into the darkness, and you just hear nothing but the ruffling of leaves as if an uncanny breeze.
Go
blows
ahead and
through the
roll
trees.
nature for this creature to see if that they can successfully navigate to the camp. If you're wishing to do so stealthily, also roll stealth.
It is perma stealth since it's nighttime, but I will go with advantage. All right, so for the nature, that was a 14, and for the stealth, that was, what's its modifier? I have it written down. 23.
23.
Mhm.
Yeah. And what did you say the nature was again?
Shit, I forgot. 15. Something
Okay.
like that.
Awesome. Your Stitch Out successfully makes it to this camp.
Shadow Spawn.
Shadow Spawn. Sorry.
Different monstrosity.
Successfully makes it to this camp, and you can experience through this creature, right? Like you can see through it.
As with all summons.
Yeah, you see a hulking creature ripping through these camp, tearing people to shreds. Blood is scattered everywhere, and it's just viscera.
Frost giant hulking creature? Or...
I will show you what you see.
Maybe that wasn't such a good idea after all.
While I'm meditating, like in my meditative trance, while I'm seeing through my summon's eyes, you just hear me mutter, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, and it's ripping through tents, it's ripping through people, it's destroying anything that it can get its hands. It's going fucking berserk.
Could I make an Arcana check to determine what plane of existence this creature could have come from?
Okay, go for it.
What kind of fucking question is that?
It's a plus 11, so that's a 26.
That means it's not natural.
No. I'm assuming the lower planes, but I could be wrong.
What about the outer planes? That's fucked up.
Not quite that Lovecraftian.
Alright.
Durations are great.
Roll an intelligence check on Arendelle to see if you know the answer to this.
Just intelligence?
Yes.
Good thing I have max intelligence. That's a 21.
21. Yeah, you know what plane this comes from, but you kind of double take at first. It comes from the far realm.
Oh, fucking knew it. I called it.
So it's extraplanar in origin. Am I able to determine the creature type?
We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Over
Like, it looks
21 on your intelligence.
it looks fiendish, but if it's from the outer realm, just need to verify.
It is not naturally born. This is created.
Oh, it's a construct. Shit, what? Oh. I will withdraw from the Shadow Spawn's senses and order it to return.
Yeah.
As I do, I land on my feet and address the party. So, good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
We not gonna die, yes?
Good news. Good news.
Arendelle, there's something else you notice.
Good.
What all senses can you experience through your friend?
I lose all sense within my body to attain all senses within.
So you have all senses.
Mhm.
Blast stench of wild magic on this thing. It reeks of it.
Guys, did you actually roll this thing up?
Who the fuck cast a spell that created that on accident? That
We rolled 2 times on the
I
random chart.
wonder.
Why
Jesus,
must you
this-
always ask? We want
wait
good
a
news or
minute.
bad news.
Wait a minute. The direction that it was coming from, was that where I threw my lance?
No.
Okay, good.
Fucking you.
Alright. I threw the lance and then that thing crawled out of the fucking ground. No. Alright. Good news or bad news?
Why do you always ask that?
Because I appreciate your opinions.
I want the good news first.
Good news is someone out here really, really doesn't like the order.
Excellent. Perhaps they will be an ally. What is the bad news?
They will kill us if we go help them.
I don't like that.
Why do you think they would kill us?
It's a mindless monstrosity that does not belong in this world. It is rampaging. I suggest we steer very well clear.
Well, in that case, and I motion towards the fortress.
Interesting.
Perhaps
Draven.
we could.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
No, no, we're not doing that.
But Draven, were you aware of anyone else? You've been hunting these scouting groups. Did you encounter anyone else out here?
No. No, not at all.
Well, if you're not going to say it, I will. Insight check. Shit. 5.
An actual sheet for him.
Well, if you want, I will fuck.
Jack's
I
out.
gotta.
I'll do it for you. 19.
I was rolling good, but then I was rolling not good.
19 insight.
You think he's telling the truth?
Either he's being unnaturally honest or he is very good at lying.
Hasn't
Holy
lied to
shit.
us before. That we know of.
Maybe we have maybe we have yet to pass an insight check.
That's true. Interesting how a beast rampaging through a camp would go unnoticed. Very
I
well.
doubt it's unnoticed. That cannon was rather loud.
And that the cannon came from the outpost, right? This
Arendale's Shadow Spawn would have seen that they set up a cannon to like shoot at this beast. That the cannon is in shambles on the ground. It's been just like eviscerated. It's like that was the heaviest weapon that they had at their disposal, and that a futile attempt as it did not work.
Would it be worth even investigating to see if this is something that could be reasoned with?
This thing was also
Or-
about the size of an elephant, Arendelle, just to kind of roughly put it in perspective as well.
I doubt a creature of such menial intelligence could be reasoned with. They're not natural, I know that much. They're also created. This one seems to have been created from pure wild magic.
Interesting.
So unpredictable. I don't like that.
Entirely unpredictable.
And perhaps temporary, because we've seen with wild magic that it doesn't tend to last very long.
Perhaps. But if it does, we could lure it towards the, princess's camp. Would certainly be simpler than trying to reason with giants, as you so adequately put it.
It could prove a worthy distraction, Captain.
Yes, but I am considering how we would do that without putting ourselves in danger. Arendelle, I have heard of wizards who are able to bind extraplanar creatures to their will. Are you able to do such a thing?
Normally, yes, but not with this one. It is too sporadic. I doubt I
How-
could even leash it, let alone control it.
How far are we currently from the fortress?
Judging from how far, judging from where it is to where we are, could we make an estimate to how far away we are?
Well,
Or
when you talked to
Draven
Draven last, he told you 2 days travel from the fortress.
Oh, okay, never
That
mind.
would
I'll see.
be too far for us to lure a beast like that.
Right.
Uh, I'm gonna keep quiet.
Like, realistically, we would walk away, but I'm so damn curious what this thing is.
I know, right?
No, you're
I
not.
will say, I will allow Arendelle to make additional checks because you probably either have your shadow spawn still there, just kind of like lurking in the shadows. You haven't recalled it yet, have you?
Not to return, but I
Okay.
did withdraw from it.
They
If
say
it does have something else to say.
curiosity killed the cat, but I'm a rat. I'm immune.
The cat kills the rat, so that makes it worse for you.
No.
Does it have something to report?
I will say if there's other things you want to make checks on, I will allow yay or nay them.
Okay. Since we've seen so many different kinds of wild magic surges occur due to the effects of a spell being cast, could I determine that this is that kind of wild magic?
Rule Arcana.
30.
30. There are extreme aroma of wild magic radiating from this creature. It's coming from this creature.
So this creature is producing wild magic.
And you also feel other types of magic mixed in with this.
I mean, it could be dispelled.
This creature was not conjured as a result of a spell being cast. This is just a being of wild magic.
Make a religion check for me.
God damn it. I don't have proficiency with that. I just have a +5.
Perhaps it was led here by the
17.
dense wild magic in the air.
There's divination magic mixed in with this.
It's... Oh my god. Whoever's doing that must be insane.
What do you mean?
Either something's looking through it, viewing it, or controlling it. By some outwards means. Similar
Like
to how I can control my shadow spawn.
So it may not be a mindless beast.
Oh no, for certain the beast itself is mindless, but if it is being controlled, that would require a powerful mind and being.
I know with Mitten, I have a range. Is that the same for your shadow?
No.
You can see through its senses no matter the distance.
As far as it can travel, yes, but I do have a limited time period.
Either way, then, would it be fair to assume the controller is nearby? Either due to
Okay.
time or distance.
For a creature of that size, potentially, but divination's a fickle school of magic. Can potentially pierce realms.
If we cannot reason with the creature, maybe we can reason with the creator. Are you waving, Captain?
No, nope, that's just me. Not too much.
Can you communicate through your shadow spawn?
I haven't attempted it yet. So I guess that would be a check.
I was just curious.
It can take on the form of me, so I guess technically it has the potential. I just never attempted it. Perhaps I could lead it. No,
Don't do that.
maybe. If it is being controlled, typically there's a link between the controller and the control E. Could I follow that? If there is a trail of divination magic, can I follow it?
Well, it's still ruthlessly destroying this camp. There's like one tent left and it's like ripping into it. You see these body parts flying everywhere. The snow is almost painted red.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Perhaps we can just wait for it to finish its rampage and then follow it home.
I'll have bad idea that creature will come here next.
The possibility is...
Are you
Not so
watching this with your shadow spawn? And like, imagine your shadow spawn's like inside the camp, like lurking behind shadows.
Yeah, it's not going within whatever light sources of light are within the camp, but it is keeping well within line of sight.
Can you describe like what your shadow spawn looks like?
Right now, it is kind of like a wolf, just prowling through the trees. Nothing. The only thing that would be visible, if someone could pass a perception check to see it, would be its eyes.
What color are those eyes?
Red.
Roll stealth check.
It's color blind, by the way. You can't see it.
This creature like is like ripping through this camp. He sees it topples over the last tent and it like turns around and these amber eyes lock eyes with your shadow spawn and the party watches as Arendelle becomes dominated.
Oh, not even a save. Oh.
Oh! There's some DM stuff going on here.
Arendelle, are you quite all right? Hello? Just like try to jump up and wave in his face.
I stand up immediately and I look at Arendelle. And then I reach for my holster.
Wait. I can't understand anything that
I'm
was
sorry,
just said.
sir and or madam, you will have to speak clearer.
Who spies on sugar? I don't know.
Who spies on what?
Am I able to communicate to it, or is it
Toonba.
speaking through me?
Vanderbro?
Hunger, bro.
The sound effects are really cool, but we can't.
They. I mean, the,
Is
the
there
deeper
reverberation?
articulation
It
is hard.
says to you, who spies on the hunger below?
Ah.
Oh!
Well,
Is it
I
speaking
am.
through me, or am I hearing
It's
this in my head?
speaking through you. You're like levitating off the ground. Your eyes are leaking with arcane energy. You see as all the veins in Arendale's face are like perking up.
Well, I am, good sir or madam. I am Tumba of the Frozen Peaks, son of Aktuk, captain of the Renaissance. Who am I speaking to?
You wish to disturb the order of things. As black ooze starts dripping from Arendale's mouth.
I mean, he's right. We do want to destroy order.
Not quite correct, sir. We do want to disturb the order, but not the order of things, just the order army that is currently out for our heads.
I not think he liked that answer.
Is there truth behind your words?
Yeah,
Here to destroy the order.
we're after the army.
That's the truth that he believes.
Tumba's not trying to disrupt like natural order. He's trying to disrupt the order, the army.
Capital O.
It's not it's not deception if he believes it. It's just illusion.
The natural order must be preserved.
I quite agree, sir. And the order army, this is getting quite confusing. The order army seeks to disrupt the natural order. We ultimately wish to take down its king.
Do you volunteer to restore the order?
Making deals?
I'm getting mixed signals here.
I feel like it would be a bad idea to say no. So yes, I, as captain, volunteer.
Captain!
As
Maybe
long
not.
You all watch as Arendelle crumples to the ground, and Toomba does the same.
Oh my
Toomba, you find yourself in your conscience teleported to limbo.
Oh!
Oh, am I already here?
hello,
You are unconscious.
Oh, okay.
hello.
Your words echo off the vast landscapes that are floating in this cosmic cluster. As before you, you do not see a creature, but you feel its presence. You feel the presence of this large, hulking, celestial being. You lose a level in Monk, and you gain a level in Warlock.
Ooh. Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
Tis a war monk.
As you regain consciousness in this black ooze that has just like kind of swirled out of Arendale's mouth dissipates into the ground and seeps into the snow. You have just made a pact with an elder evil.
Now they're evil.
Take the great old one if it's asking for your pack type.
The interesting part about this is I now have 3 classes.
Yeah.
We escaped the fucking octopus, only to be caught by the octopus
Arendelle.
again.
You also suffer some effects.
During this entire endeavor, I was desperately clinging on to whatever remained of my sanity and arcane ability, and I was trying to fight back.
May I have permission to bump my charisma up to 13 so I can take Warlock?
I'll allow it. Arendelle, you suffer from some sort of sickness.
Yeah, it's called undeath.
Something was left inside of you. You can feel it.
Oh fuck! I got the fucking arcane
You-
bomb. Oh shit!
No,
The orb.
you have to fuck mystery.
Magical aids.
You,
Challenge
you have a level of exhaustion.
How many? Oh, that's spooky. Is that the sickness?
We'll call that the sickness for now.
Fuck, now we have to give Arendelle magical items to keep him fed.
Are you down? with
Oh
the sickness?
no.
Do I feel tired, or do I just feel physically
Like an urge?
You feel like yourself.
Before or after the transference?
Before.
Do I look different?
Have you seen a mirror?
Do we see anything
Like,
different about him?
So do we.
I have 4 or 5 people staring at me. Let them be my mirror.
He doesn't look any different. He's covered in this residual black gunk.
I just lean myself up after collapsing.
I look to Bernadette and look back at you, and I have the gun like down by my thigh.
Is Toomba still unconscious?
Yeah, they're both still crumpled on the ground.
Oh, both of us?
You just heard some sort of being speaking through Arendelle in this like grumbly, almost hive mind like voice. It sounded like 30 voices were coming from Arendelle at once when he was speaking, and then he just kind of crumples. You know, it was something not mortal that was talking through him.
Yeah, I'll Bernadette's gonna start doing medicine checks on both of them to see if they're still alive. And look up at Elle as she's checking over Toomba.
Arendelle is very much dead.
Oh,
Which is not surprising to
Yeah.
me, right? Kinda.
I explicitly stated on at least 2 occasions I am undead, so
Yeah.
Yeah, just a wandering
Toomba-
corpse.
Toonba is alive. Roll medicine on him.
for me, you
He's
need
like
an
laying there
arcana
with
check.
his tongue hanging out of his beak.
All right, medicine. Here we go.
Well, that's shit.
That's not 20.
There you go.
For me, you probably need an arcana or religion.
How are you both addressing Toonba this time?
Two finger CPR.
I give him some back pats, and then I just rub his head.
Yeah, just checking first to see if he's breathing.
As you shake him awake, his eyes slowly open, and you see Amber eyes staring back.
I immediately reach for my gun and put it to his head.
Just like all amber, like glowing.
Captain.
Toomba, you have Devil's Sight.
I just have my gun pointed to his head the entire time.
How do I add that to? I guess I have to take the feet, huh?
You can add vision types on your sheet. Yes.
Okay.
Do you get invocations at level 1?
No, level 2.
He gets
Luna like
free one.
lays there for a second, reaches up
It's a free one.
his flipper and grabs the gun. I am fine, I believe. He sits up. I
Captain,
feel different.
I think it goes without saying, but I feel the need to restate, Captain. We discussed about making deals with strange entities.
I don't
He
think that
wasn't-
was deal.
He wasn't given a choice.
I say there's another glob of that black just comes out and I throw it to the side.
Yes,
Oh, damn it.
I felt as if we did not have a choice, so I put myself before well, I put the crew before the crew's safety before my own.
I know.
Why does this shit keep happening to me?
Are you both feeling well?
I feel like shit.
That
So
was
than usual.
about the bravest I've ever seen of you. Captain.
Thank you.
So, why you glow now?
And you kind of see he's like looking at his flippers, and there's like this frost coming off of his flippers now.
You like crystal.
As the medium of that exchange, was I able to determine what he made a pact with?
No, because you guys get ready to see a wizard cry.
Well,
You do feel a small severance from the weave after this entire exchange, and you come to. What
What
is
about it? Tell me.
missing, you're not sure. Only time will tell that.
you said I feel a severance from the weave.
Yeah.
Well, the
Slight.
first thing I do is try to summon my spell book.
Your spellbook summons.
Okay.
Check wrist.
Well,
If you're held to the weave by threads, you felt one of the threads.
well, I'm gonna be doing a full examination of myself for the rest of the night, just to see what the fuck is wrong, because something is wrong aside from me feeling exhausted.
Do we hear anything else like from that creature during the night? Or can we just assume that's gone?
Is my shadow spawn still awake or conscious?
You can't feel your shadow spawn.
Oh, he was destroyed.
What?
Is there some kind of check I can make to figure out what's wrong?
Yeah, you can roll Arcana. Anyone who wants to search, anyone who wants to do anything,
Shit, I don't think-
Let me know what you're rolling.
I don't think I have Arcana. No, I
I'll
don't.
help. I'll help in some check if someone requests help, but I think Bernadette's like, what just happened?
It's a 21.
21. Where are you going to check yourself? Are you doing it right here and there? Are you going like off into the woods to?
I need a moment to myself. What? I'll be back. I say as I just abruptly stand up and start marching off into the woods.
Yeah, and you start walking off into the woods. What is everyone else doing?
I look to Arundel as he's walking off, and look to everyone else. And then I just slander off myself and walk into the
Are you
darkness.
following him?
I'm trailing, yeah.
Yeah.
Stealth roll, perception roll.
Because I'm not trusting anything right now. There's definitely something up, and I don't like it. So I gotta know
Very
what's up.
inquisitive of you. Very inquisitive.
There's a lot of stuff that's been happening tonight, so I just want to like make sure we have a silver lining. 16.
23.
16. 1623. Druid, what are you doing? This shit's just been going on. You're just kind of chilling there trying to eat your campfire meal. It's this.
You were just in the middle of eating a fish on a stick, and you just saw me start fucking exorcist.
So like walks up with all this food that Druid caught. Like, hey guys, you want some?
Everyone else like, oh, it's average Thursday afternoon, you know.
You were mid bite whenever I started coughing up that black stuff. You're like, I'm not fucking ready.
It just lands in your bowl. No, but I suppose my bad stealth, it is mostly because of the wind. It takes my cape that I use for warmth, and you can probably see that more so than me. Like
I
constant
didn't care
moving.
following. I saw her, but I didn't care if she was following.
Yeah, I'm still holding like a good like 50 feet of distance.
Do you take notice of Elle?
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't care if she's following.
Okay. Druid, Bernadette, Cayman, what are you doing?
I don't know who this came in this, but
Well, your name says Cayman.
I'm looking over Toomba and just asking him all the questions about what he saw, what it felt like, what happened. Basically just getting him to tell me what you just described.
Roll history, Bernadette.
Great.
there were many lands and yet nothing at all. And I felt the presence.
Only one of us is allowed
The
to be
description
existential.
of what he is describing is very familiar of the feeling that you and Barnabas felt as you were passing through that portal.
You felt, Captain, it's like you went to another plane of existence, another world. Are you tired, weaker?
No. In fact, he pulls himself up. I feel quite powerful.
Oh, just what?
Interesting.
Gesundheit.
He's speaking in tongues. He's trying to summon Satan.
Do not know what I have done,
Him's just a German boy. Let him be.
but I believe I have been given a task.
To do what?
Observe the natural order of everything. And that starts with the order itself.
That
Did Tuba become an Archon?
that seems rather vague, Captain. Do you know what it was referred to with the natural order?
Do I have any new knowledge, DM? Wait, did I get any?
You feel powerful. You know what you saw. You know what you felt. You know whatever was speaking to you was something ancient.
Older than time itself.
And it was evil. It
What?
was
Evil penguin.
angry.
What?
Not murder. Not the same level of murder comment evil. More.
This entity seems to be under the impression that the order is messing with the natural order of things.
Can I get a history check on you, Cayman, by the way?
Do you have any idea of what that could be?
Hey, I changed my name.
Yes, you did, and I appreciate the hell out of it.
Probably the Stones of Creation. That could be a good lead.
13.
It's not the first time you've heard that voice.
Did I call it, man? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, is that thing that was trying to get Marlena?
Is this the thing from the water?
But how's it here?
Yeah.
Yes. Just ask how an elder evil is somewhere. Come on now.
But it was underneath the sea.
Okay.
Was this like just a lackey?
What?
Man.
Why does your face look like that, Captain?
Like
That
what?
was rude.
It's like feeling his face.
Like you had an epiphany.
Oh.
You feel a very large yawn coming on, Tunba.
Something's gonna come out of his mouth.
And an Eldritch Blast shoots out of his mouth.
He's just fire in my laser.
Really?
Bernadette like ducks out of the way, like was shooting past her head.
Excuse me.
Crushes into a tree. You see a treetop fall to the ground and land in the snow with a thud.
Interesting.
Excuse me, that is new.
It's almost as spooky as a deer with a Glock.
What was I saying?
That has never happened before. Oh, that's so awkward.
That voice. It was the same one that tried to take Marlena.
It's also the thing that caused us to launch hundreds of miles off course.
Perhaps it is the reason we are here in the past.
I would have to agree. Although, Captain, we are not sure if we were in the past anymore. but rather an undiscovered island. There are, and I'll show him.
He's like, what?
As a quick recap of our last session, Bernadette pulls out a series of notebooks that we found, one belonging to the kobold, in which it dates him coming here, but the dates all match up with our current timeline, along with modern coins. So we believe 22. So we believe that this might actually be an undiscovered island, and we are not in the past, just somewhere completely new that's been isolated from the outside world. But we're not sure, but the DM heavily implied that we're actually in the present.
Oh, how the fuck you miss Antarctica?
It's definitely
Brox is here for a reason, and while I mistrust what its intentions are, I do believe that this may be a boon for us against the Order.
Perhaps.
There are other consequences, and as captain, I will deal with them as they come.
Captain, not to be an alarmist, but there are now multiple members of our crew that are bound in pacts with otherworldly creatures.
Yes, it is. I get the strange feeling that the gods themselves are watching us and picking favorites.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Grudge match between the
segue. As Arendelle is walking off alone into the dark woods. Elle, you watch as his body becomes stiff and still and petrified, but Arendelle, you continue to walk through these woods.
Do I just like see him turn into a scarecrow?
Snow eventually ends as you step into nice chiseled cobblestone. Before you,
your bitch is collecting
4 thrones. Sitting on each throne is a were-raven.
I'm like, shit, the pimp's here to collect. I take notice of this, but I just keep walking. I already know there's no way to get out of this without permission, so I just...
As you walk up to your podium, you stand before the Dark Council.
This was that meeting that we're talking about.
I take out my book, my spell book, and I lay it onto the table to show that I'm disarmed.
Who stands before us? They all say in unison.
Arendelle Silverwood.
What are your crimes?
I can't just unhear.
There's an Arendelle thing to say, and there's a Royal D&D Advisor thing to say.
In my head, just Monty Python plays right now. Get on with it!
My crime is betraying the Raven Queen.
And
stealing from the Raven Queen.
And
wasn't exactly given a list.
do you regret your crimes?
Gosh, that looks good.
Everything I done was in my own self-interest. I do not regret anything, but I will accept punishment willingly.
Thunder cracks in the distance. For your crime, your gift is hereby revoked. As you start to feel your pain sear in your arm, just concentrating on your band. When that thunder crack grows louder and closer, what are you doing?
The pain's intensifying.
Yeah, you're watching the skin flake off of your body.
Can I assume that my end is coming?
You feel it. The queen is collecting. You have had your cake. You've eaten your cake. There isn't another main course.
I project my will over my awoken spellbook and basically muster all my arcane strength to shunt it back into the material plane and towards Bernadette.
As you attempt to muster, your magic, as you attempt to cast it, is nothing but small flickers as it leaves your fingertips. And in unison, the council all looks to the sky, and they say, "You can't be here. This is sacred ground." As a dark mist enters into this courtyard and falls upon all of them as they too attempt to cast spells, but that same effect as it just flickers out of these powerful celestial beings. What is stopping their magic? As it engulfs them, and in unison you see their eyes grow this amber red.
I'm pulling my dagger. I didn't put that on the fucking table yet.
Or the bishop. See that the promise is kept. You will guide this one to victory. You are chosen. The order must be set anew. If you fail, you will exist no more. In unison, they all say this in that same voice you heard underground, in that same voice that spoke through you in this billowing, echoing evil.
Who are you?
Say, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you make a choice of a save. Constitution or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, roll it.
That is not even a question. Wisdom. Oh, thank God. 23. Feels lower than a 20, I would have been upset. At least it's a little bit higher than a 20.
1 moment.
Arendelle was just put in charge of guarding Toomba. Ooh.
My name cannot be uttered, for you will not withstand its power. You may see my visage, but only this once, and you will sacrifice greatly. Do you wish to proceed?
Over the table. What the fuck do you mean, sacrifice greatly?
Do you wish to proceed?
I wish to learn.
Very well.
Don't worry, guys. As long as we have 100 gold, they can respec my.
Fortunately, we skipped that quest. We don't have withers.
Yeah, when's the last time we saved? Can we?
Scrub save. Reload.
But before you,
Just to learn what happened.
you see this.
Is that a fucking eye?
The boulder?
And in Arendelle, your body radiates and explodes as the skin on your arms has stopped. You feel that band on your arm fusing to you as it's in so tight, but you see your skin change. It goes back to normal. You see that you're yourself before the rebirth. And that's the last thing you see before your vision fades to black. But you find yourself standing in a cold forest, the wind kissing your skin, but that blackness never goes away. You're blind.
I suppose by the time that he's come back, I'm actually just staring into his face, just wandering around and just inspecting him real up close.
You watch in real time as slowly his eyes fog over and his skin becomes more pale, but more alive. You see the warmth return to his body.
Just tilt my head at him. You not Arendelle? Who are you?
I just reach out and feel for what I assume to be Ruby in front of me.
I have a head across my face now.
You look upon him as his eyes are leaking this black fluid down his face. So he reaches out and he touches you.
What are you doing?
It would seem I have paid a price.
Oh, you sound like him, but... Huh. Why are you different?
I'm Colton.
Oh, and she huddles up and like gives you a hug and wraps the cape around you. Here.
We're gonna take a quick break. Let you guys discuss what's going on.
If Toonba dies, does the world explode?
Probably.
Well, I can't
He's an
decide
Archon.
that. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. There are plenty of ways I can just regain my sight.
Was actually considering having.
Oh no! Pop music! Oh!
Surgically.
Wait, is that
Sorry?
real music? Wait, is that actual music?
It's...
Shy! God! Hold on! Shy!
I could easily just.
Alright, back.
I could surgically replace
It's
them.
not copyrighted, I'm not stupid.
I could surgically replace them with magical opticals or greater restoration, perhaps. Could even work.
Glass eyes.
I feel like this probably affects your brain, not just your eyes.
Oh no, my eyes are very physically glossed over, as was described.
Fuck.
Don't worry.
I was considering if Toomba would be able to teach you how to use blind sight like he has.
He's alive.
That'd be interesting.
Or, you know, I could just see through my summons. Cough, cough.
Yeah, it's only it.
Can also see through my what's it called? Hold on, I haven't used it in a minute. I could see through my manifest mind. That's something I can do.
You guys want to see me trigger Gabbo?
Cool.
You want to see me what?
The
Want to
what?
see me trigger Gabbo?
Do I need to put my camera back on for this so the audience can see this?
I just thought you guys deserved a beach episode.
What?
What?
I don't get it.
Said I thought you guys deserved a beach episode.
How's this a beach episode?
Where's the bikinis?
Is this the beach episode from Gurren Lagann? Jesus Christ.
This is a shy beach episode.
That's crazy.
Someone makes a pact with an elder evil,
I was like,
and
the beach
other guy
episode
becomes God.
is wait, yeah, the beach episode is when everyone is like in skimpy outfits.
I mean,
Where's
it's,
the sun?
it
Look
is
at me, I'm barely
downtime.
wearing clothes. Barely wearing any clothes.
That's true.
Can I assume?
I wouldn't
that
call this
I am
tropical
no
in any way.
Can I assume that I'm no longer a reborn Shadarkai and in fact a high elf again?
You're a high elf again.
Wonderful.
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna go back to our live screen. So you guys are live. All right, so Arundel, I'll have to change my overlay now. Ooh. Okay.
That's
Aren't
true.
Not Shadowkai anymore.
Shit, I found a nice photo and everything. Oh well.
Cat, stop that.
Guess I have to go back to the original.
That's also good.
Hey, stop it!
Well, I'm no longer Arundel of the Shadowfell. I'm Arundel of the Elder.
The-
We don't know what he is anymore.
I'm just Arundel.
Just adding more
Arundel,
titles.
you are a magic girl.
I'm just adding more titles to my
Just
name.
Toonba's knight.
He is the bishop.
Yeah, who is being referred to as a bishop?
It was you.
I'm the
You.
bishop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because he told
So-
you you had to.
we have a chess game going on.
I'm not cultured. Is this
But-
a literal reference or?
Who's the queen and who's the king?
We're gonna find out.
And where's
Well, I
the
think-
pawns?
Us.
We're the pawns.
We're the pawns.
Oh, that's weird. I can't.
We can only
fucking-
move one spot or two.
I can't change my race.
Does that make Toomba the queen? The strongest piece on the board?
Oh my god.
No, he's the king. He's the one that needs the most protecting, obviously.
He's fragile. That's more like druid.
I can't fucking press the
I do
change
know
race
I'm no
button.
longer going to take monk levels. I'm going to start taking warlock levels.
You go ahead and sacrifice all your other levels.
So
and put them
you-
all on the warlock.
You just become. You're not even like good with your hands anymore. You just fuck go monk entirely.
Respec if you want, but you have to keep at least one level of your base class.
I can't change my race. If you can, could you go in there and change it?
In D&D Beyond?
Yeah, like the button's there, but I can't press the button. And I just close D&D Beyond and reopen it. Maybe that'll do it.
IT go to.
I like how I've had his character sheet open so much it's just immediately there as soon as I type in BE. Or, sweet. Right,
Oh my
manage.
God, it's so good.
Manage character and levels.
I demand more.
Nope, still can't do it. Alright. Well, guess I'm stuck as a Shadarkai Reborn. You have no choice.
Might actually respect. I'm gonna look at some things.
I'll let you recreate the character sheet if you want to. Want to do that real quick?
Yeah,
excuse me.
probably have to.
So Arundel literally just heard.
Another Arundel character sheet and upload it. You know, so a lot of things that happened there. You felt Ribsley die completely. You
Well,
felt
that wasn't
his
my
essence
No, my best friend.
What?
disappear as it like went to rebuild your essence, and Ribsley was sacrificed and Arundel was born again.
Well, I guess in a way I'm no longer dead, so if anything, he's just me again.
Bernadette, you would feel something like
You finally felt your
Untether?
summon fall apart.
it's like the feeling Bernadette would have. The best way I can describe it is like, you know, you parked your car in the driveway, but when you woke up, it was in the garage.
I'll, yeah, I think it's Bernadette is tending to Toomba, and she just feels like something is just really wrong. And I think at that point she'll straighten up and look around and get up and go find Arundel.
Could you post the campaign link, please?
Sure can.
I would assume we're walking back.
You're walking me back. I cannot see. I am blind.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I'm literally leaning onto you so you can guide me. I've told you that I cannot see.
You know what
Do
to say
I-
about blind people? They don't know when you're stealing from them.
Do you know? Do I run into them?
Yeah.
Curious.
Definitely see them.
Curious. I have no pupils, and you have no eyes.
What?
Oh,
That's a match.
And I see Aradel as he was in campaign 1, right? Not as I've
Yeah, you
come
see,
to know him.
you see him. This is the fun part. You see the exact Arendelle that you saw in campaign 1. Same age, same outfit.
Moments before, you know what?
Yeah,
You see
Bernadette's
him as he
never
was
seen
the
him
day he
before.
died.
Except I have 1,000-yard stare, and my pupils are pale.
What happened?
I'm not sure. I think he Arendelle, but not the same.
You notice, Elle, that the liquid that was seeping out of his eyes, it stopped running, but there's still visible black streaks across his face.
Oh, so like the Marinette doll, Friday Night vs. Freddy style?
No. The best way I could describe this is the same black markings that Karma had on her face. And
It looks like his
Zen.
head mascara is running.
it looks like he's got a tattoo looks like fucked up war paint on like the left side of his face.
I got that bad tattoo from Baldur's Gate 3. God damn it.
He also stumbled. I think he blind.
Yes, I said that's.
What happened?
I paid the price.
He turned into Scarecrow. And then changed.
Zumba wanders over. Can I tell that he's got the same influence?
Devil Sight?
Yeah. Actually, when the two of you are together, within 5 feet, you each gain 12 temporary hit points and gain the benefits of a short rest.
No.
We just keep separating and rejoining it.
Oh,
Keep
gosh.
getting fucking spell slots back.
Yeah.
You can try. You can try.
I think that's gonna exhaust you.
What price did you pay? What did you do?
You can no longer see.
What did you do?
If Arendelle different, what different about you? You seem to got good deal.
And roll intelligence to see if you know what is contacting you.
Just intelligence.
You can do intelligence. You can do arcane. You can do
Yes.
religion to
do
see if you.
I'll do arcane.
All I have to do is say the name, and I know you're such a fucking nerd. You'll know what it is.
Well, the 27 will probably give me that name. Oh, I guess I'll read it then. Can I borrow your gun? Also, fuck you.
What? What did you do? Why? Something happened. What happened?
It would seem that in an act of desperation, I made.
I think I know. Wild magic.
No.
Oh,
Out of all of them, why?
Something.
Feels is there.
No, this is over the table again. Why? Come on.
Why would the hunger below
Yes.
reach out? Who knows?
Something.
If anything, that should keep me undead.
You know that for this thing to be involved, something's really fucked up in the cosmos with the different planes. There is a huge imbalance somewhere for this thing to intervene. For any of them to intervene, let alone this one.
Something broke. I don't know how to explain it. What did you do?
huh? I not feel any different. Druid, you feel different?
Not you.
I feel quite fine.
Yeah. What you talking about?
Bernadette. Ribsley's gone.
Yeah, I liked him.
I poke your skin and I try to like really claw at the bone underneath.
Ah, geez, stop that. I
Wow,
can feel pain again, you know.
He reacts to poke now. Curious.
You didn't let me finish. Ripsley is gone because I'm alive again.
How is that different from before?
I wasn't alive before.
But you move like alive.
You know what a zombie is, don't you?
No.
Oh my god. This is aside the point. I'm alive, and I paid a price. And now I'm forced to protect that one. I point in the random direction and hope to God it's towards where fucking Toomba is.
Points the opposite direction.
No, you can sense Toomba.
Oh, I
sense
point
him.
to where I sense Toomba. I don't look in that direction, but I just know where he is.
Yeah, you can add the blind sense to your sheet.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So how does that work? Do you like sense the auras or?
Definitely, Arendelle can feel the various connections to the weave before those who are more arcanely inclined, or just the putrid smell that radiates from El.
Putrid smell from the rat? Wait, I'm
Do I still
offended.
do I still have Shadow Spear?
Who knows?
I'll attempt. I'll like hold out my hand and see if I can conjure it to assist me with walking.
But yeah, I suppose.
Conjures. Is it the same one you were casting earlier?
No, it's just Shadow Spear, not Shadow Lance.
Okay. Yeah, it.
Yeah, we are all magically inclined now.
There's something that's going to change. I'll push myself off of you and try to lift myself up. And you see the good old classic wizard leaning onto his cane. Except it's a spear of shadow. A little different.
Wow, you got old.
I'm not old, I'm just blind. There's a difference.
But white hair.
I've
Draven leans
always
over
had-
to you, Druid, and he says, "What the fuck is happening?"
No, you didn't.
I joined this party a few days ago. I don't know what's going on.
Does reasonable explanation exist for this?
It's being dead. Also,
do
it's
not-
cold. Can we go somewhere not cold?
You can have my cape, and I take my cape off. Come
No,
over and
thank
wrap it
you,
around
mate.
your shoulders.
I don't mean to be impolite, but I can smell again.
What? What?
You smell poorly hygienic. You need a bath.
What? She smells herself.
I was trying to be polite, but
What are Bernadette's surface thoughts on all this?
Pretty intense guilt for failing Ribsley. Fear as what has happened because a simple misspeak just stripped Toomba of something that we don't know what it is, killed a creation she considered to be a friend, and has very much crippled someone that she considered to be someone of great and fantastic power up until a few hours ago. And how she may not make it home.
No, I can still wreck shit. Sorry. Go ahead.
Elle leaves the coat around you. She takes off afterwards, going back to her tent.
You're going back into the tent?
Yeah.
When you walk into the tent, it is not unoccupied.
That's concerning. Should it have been?
Doug.
I recalled we made a deal.
Oh. You again.
Is it done yet?
We get there.
Do be quick, little one. The powers that be are growing hungry. You can do this.
I think I can.
I don't need someone who can think. I need someone who can do.
Well, sorry.
Well, let me just put it this way. If you ever want to see your friend not again, you will get it done.
She squints at him a little bit, but this turns in her head.
As the devil flickers out.
Done respecting. Tumba is now a shadow monk.
Shadow monk. I love it.
All right.
Sorry, I'm having to reattach all the spells I knew, so it's going to take a little bit of time. If you don't mind, like I said, it's quite cold and I'm blind, so I kind of need help going back to camp.
We are at camp, but come, let us enter a tent. I believe I have come to a decision. Tumba will grab hold of his pant leg and start leading him towards the tent.
Since we're within 5 feet of each other, do we feel anything different? Aside from the temporary HP? Like, is there some kind of connection that just kind of zaps?
Yeah. Do you get that 12 hit points I was telling you about? Yes. Kind of feel it.
It will be difficult to get used to. Come, everybody. And looking at Bernadette now and the others. And Jared and the other guy.
I'll follow. And Homer is a few paces behind Arundel. Will be his new permanent place, just a few steps away from Arundel.
You guys are all walking into the tent for the war table.
Guide Arundel to the bed or something so he could sit down. Crew, I have come to a decision. I have become essentially the guardian of order. We already know that we must stop the king, but if the king is stopped, there will be a void, a power void that others will be coming to fill. Once we take down the king, I believe I must fill that void. In an attempt to make sure that the natural order is never again disturbed.
Locking eyes with Tunba.
You wish to be king, or you wish to be god?
If I may interject, he doesn't have a choice in the matter.
Yes, I am bound by a vague contract. I still need to go over the details, but I don't wish to become a god. No, that's too much responsibility. But I do think I should take over as king. You don't have to call me king if you want. You can continue calling me captain. I don't mind.
Oddly presumptuous?
Did the Elder Evil give him a title that I could call him by? Since he called me bishop, was he like the king? Or I don't particularly remember.
Like if we're going by
I
chess
was still
stats.
kind of reeling from, everything.
You can roll history, Tumbo, to see if there was any titles granted.
Tumba?
Honestly, Arendo's the dark square bishop and Toonba's the light square bishop.
10.
You were called a knight.
The Knight Guardian of the Order. No, too long. Knight of the Order, then. No, that may be confusing considering there is already another order.
Just night.
Well, Captain, if you do become king, you would be the king of the order. Just perhaps in your own image now.
I can sense there are some worries about how this may have changed me. I assure you, I have nothing devious in mind. I cannot say the same for my, well, I guess I'd call him my master now.
Don't say that. That
My
weird.
patron.
I not call weird devil guy master either.
My patron. But I still will attempt to uphold the code of honor that I have always had before. You can tell Tumbo himself isn't quite sure of that.
Do you know what you have made this deal with?
Calls himself the hunger below.
That is ominous.
Like underwater?
Arendelle, if you know anything about this, you can
Petrified from the
use
memory.
it in character.
The
choose to.
hunger below is an elder evil. One of the oldest entities in existence. One that exists outside of realm space.
Wow.
I will not refer to its name for sake of the well-being of everyone here. Just know that it is quite powerful, quite dangerous, and very much keen to its namesake for being truly evil.
As he says this, Bernadette appears to have checked out, and she'll reach into her coat, I suppose, at this point, and pull out the journal, the book.
You feel like thick swirling, like someone's like really pressing their writing utensil into the paper, a lot of pressure on the page.
Okay.
So you see one circle form, 2 circles form, 3 circles form, 5 circles, 6, 7, just to make this like really like thick and crude circle, before quickly shooting down to the bottom. It does 1 triangle, 2 triangles, 3 triangles with kind of like a tilt at the top, and then shoot straight down. If anyone were to realistically draw with this much pressure, easily rip the page. And then there's 1 slanted line that looks like kind of like a upside down crescent moon. It's a crude rune of sorts.
I'll immediately basically cut Arendelle off of what he's saying. And do we have a table in front of us or something in front of us?
Yeah, there's a table with like a map on it, and this is what you see on the page.
I will immediately throw my hand out, and I will put the book down on the table.
Have you tried to actually write in the book yourself?
I haven't yet.
Tumbo like hops up on like a little stool and leans over the table, look at the book.
And I look up at Arendelle as if to ask, and then you cannot see it. I'll grab I'll take his hand and start tracing the symbol on the palm of his hand.
DM, I have Eyes of the Rune Keeper now. Can I read this rune?
I
You can
will
read
allow
all
it.
You can read all written languages.
It
I will
just says that
allow
I
it
can
with
read all
an
writing. Is the exact words.
Arcana check. It's technically a drawing. Anyone who wishes to familiarize yourself with this, it's going to be an Arcana check.
Since Bernadette's tracing on my hand, could I make that check?
Yeah, anyone who is witnessing this can feel free to. Druid, L, Bernadette, Toonba, Arendelle, you guys all can roll this if you want.
11.
25.
Say 55?
25. Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
so you
calm
used
down.
all fucking dice.
No. I use this one, right? This is the one we use now.
Bernadette, you don't know. Arendelle, you do know.
What do I know?
What does everyone else roll?
11.
I rolled a 7. I don't know shit. No, wait.
Yeah, you don't.
That's a 9, so that's a 10.
You don't know shit.
It's a rune of planar binding, typically used by wizards when they want to keep something on its current plane of existence permanently. Until that last crescent is added, you're not sure what that is.
Where's the book?
I'll close it
Close it.
and just look at him. What is it?
The pair of souls attempting a planar binding spell.
I'll
Who is
open
it
the-
attempting to bind?
I'll open the book again.
That's, I'm not certain.
This is Patch's book.
Correct.
This must be her casting it.
Potentially.
Or someone casting it on her?
Question, DM.
Yeah, answer.
Would my subclass change? Or is it still Order of the Scribes?
Do you still feel like an Order of the Scribes?
I mean, I always was, but something had just drastically changed about myself, and the last thing I did was tell my spell book to go find Bernadette, even though it didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, that is a choice that you can make.
Brett just looks at the book for a minute, waiting for something else to come up, for something to change.
You still feel the writing on the inside of the book as the covers are closed.
I open it back up. I'm watching it.
The book is just, the next page is just scribbled, and the only way I can describe it is psychotic text. Like, think of like how the Joker writes ha 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 like all over all the walls. But it just says pandemonium everywhere in Elvish.
Okay, I can't. Yeah, I'll do the same thing where I'll trace it. I shall look around. Can anyone read this?
I can't see.
And if
I
no
will
one,
attempt.
okay,
I scan the book with my eyes. My special eyes.
These amber
pandemonium.
colored
My
eyes
friends.
dance over the page. You see one word, but pandemonium.
Pandemonium. Why does that sound familiar?
This language is different than the other pages.
Is it? Could I make a roll to determine if that's making a direct reference to something, or if it's literally just pandemonium?
Given the context clues,
Yeah.
you know it's talking about the plane of existence.
Shoot.
I'll let you roll another Arcana check, see if you can fully decipher the rune.
24.
It's a rune of planar binding, but you're not sure what that little crescent does.
I cannot say for certain what it is, but I can say that we do not want that book open on our end when it's complete. I highly recommend closing it, nay, disposing of it.
I'll close the book.
The words of Arendelle echo in your head, Bernadette.
What does this mean?
He wants you to destroy it.
Yeah, she closes it, but she keeps a hand over the cover of it.
I believe Arendelle may be right. It may be safest to not let this book dabble with us.
Does this mean something to you? The language changed as we were speaking.
Elvish.
Patches was not Elvish, right? She had a human, guys.
She was human.
He was attempting to bind something from Pandemonium.
Bind it from or to. Is that a place?
It is. There's a realm of pure
Hey,
chaos.
I saw a rune like that before.
What? Who's there?
Corbin.
It was all over the order camp.
What do you mean? And as he's talking, Bernadette just like takes the book off and puts it back into her pocket as everyone's attention is on him.
Well, for one, they branded us all with them, and he kind of lifts up his arm and he shows that rune.
Did they tell you what it
all
was
the
for?
buildings and the doors. What did they say what it was for? I mean, I heard rumors.
What rumors?
Some sort of emergence.
Emergence. As in merging two things together.
Yeah, like a sandwich, you know, with like the bread, the meat and the bread, just merging it together to make a good old snack. Wait, anyone have any food? You kind of burnt that rabbit earlier. I was kind of hungry.
Say merging two planes of existence.
The convergence. The one that we saw in the future.
Or the present, or
No, that was definitely the future.
this has been a very tiring morning.
It is. Need some air. And Bernadette will step outside.
Okay. Alone?
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna take a few paces away from the camp, or away from the tent where they all are, and pull the book back out in a quill.
Okay.
I'll open up to the page with the rune, and above the top of the page, I'll write, "Where are you?"
Bernadette, make a perception roll for me.
Perception.
Mhm.
It's not bad at all.
One word apparates on the page
16.
in common.
Okay.
Also, the others have seen that Timber left the tent.
No, I didn't.
Well, you could feel me leave.
Does that mean
Better.
anything to? Does that mean anything to me?
Over the table, I have cast Pass Without a Trace and sneaking and following Bernadette.
Roll Arcana. Bernadette likes to read books, right?
Yep. She had
Get
nothing
an
else to do
advantage
for-
on it.
She had nothing else to do for a long time. Much better. So what kind of roll is this? History?
Yeah.
16 plus 5, so 21.
I'm not gonna tell you the information.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Bernadette come about it naturally.
I'll look at that and my eyes will widen a little bit. And I'll just write underneath that, are you alone?
I'm gonna write what you see on the page.
Okay.
As it starts to drip down the page, creating lines.
I'll just wait for about a minute.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Can I assume that I can no longer cast spells that require line of sight? Saying by definition, I'm blinded.
Maybe if they're within your blind sense.
Yeah, if they're within your blind sense, I'm not gonna like take your spells away from you. It's a little fucked up. So you can like sense their arcane aura. Outlines them like you're using an aimbot.
But only within 10 feet.
Only within 10 feet.
So there goes Fireball.
I mean, you can still
And-
use it.
And that new spell that I created that requires line of sight.
You know how terrifying that would be to be like, we got a blind wizard, he's ready to cast a fireball. We fucking fireball roulette.
Love that.
Spin
Now I know what you're thinking. Did he just
Spin
use
him
his
around, Toomba. Let's see who he's hitting.
Now I know what you're thinking. Did he just cast his last spell slots? To be honest, I don't know. But
I'll
are
give you an
willing to
advanced
find out?
version of blind sense because I'm not an asshole. We'll say you have blind sense up to 60 feet just because you're that in tune with the arcane and you can really kind of sense it, and that also doesn't nerf your character too hard.
So I'm Toth. Sleep.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're-
except not as funny.
Um,
Oh.
Toomba with still stealth because she did not beat my stealth roll, which was 29. He wants to sneak up behind Bernadette and try to snatch the book away.
As you do, this blood flickers off the page and splatters on the walls.
Walls, we're outside.
Tent. The trees.
A
Nature's
wall.
walls.
A wall just appeared just so the blood could splatter on.
Yeah.
The captain stealing stuff from the party?
Disappears.
Well, so you like slap it out of my hands, I'm assuming, or describe
I'm
it.
taking it.
Yeah, it's completely limp in her grasp. She doesn't even have time to react to pulling it from her.
Bernadette, why are you so focused on this book?
And she just looks more flat than usual. I have not had a full chance to study it, Captain. It belongs to Patches, but I cannot read it.
I agree with Arundel that I don't think this book should be around us anymore. You see what happened with the last book we had with us.
It is
You're
the same.
holding the very same book.
It is the same
Oh.
book, Captain. And that's what Bernadette says. I attempted to recreate the charm that was on it. I was able to repair the book, but not the magic, and it began writing. That was the secret I kept from you, Captain. I was recreating the magic, but I only discovered last night that it was writing. But I do not know what it says. Except for what is now bleeding.
Is it like still dripping blood as I like hold it up?
It's not like dripping blood, but there's evidence that blood was on the page and ran off.
I believe that
Do
she
you
is
read the
dead.
book, Tumbo?
And he's going to get curious and open it to the first page.
Roll.
He's determining on which way to fuck you over the best.
Well, I feel like you could comprehend this language now. You read this pretty fluidly, Tumba, and it says, "Hello, if anyone's reading this, they've trapped me in the 6th layer. I can't move. I'm surrounded by demons and horrible monstrosities." And she says, I'm fighting to survive. I'm taking refuge wherever I can. And it's just like a diary of a madman who's like escaping. And then it goes on to say, "The king's trapped me here. His plan to merge the planes is almost complete. He's collected the last of the stones after he captured Not." And just it continues and continues and continues on. And they say they're going around, they're placing planar bindings. Their plan is to merge Pandemonium with Woe. And that's when the rune starts forming. And then that's when the next page is, after Bernadette has clearly written something, it responds and says, "The king is attempting to start the and then there's blood.
And I sent you a screenshot of the conversation between me and Shai. So I asked, "Where are you?" And then that's the first line. And the second question was, "Are you alone?" And then the response was, "Yes, the king's attempting to merge." So the first couple pages that he read, is it the same Sylvan text?
It is still in that very whimsical type writing.
So it's very different than what Arundel read, but didn't tell me that it said. So is that so the text is completely different now?
Text completely different, almost as if gazed upon with different eyes.
This is a diary of some sort. An old diary from the looks of it.
What Arundel was, "In the beginning there was the sun and the moon and the caterpillars and the
What have you done?
No. It was
This is what Arundel read.
in the beginning, in the beginning.
In the banana.
Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat.
Oh my
roll
God.
to kill you.
I attacked the DM.
Arundel told me that it was Patch's journal.
And snaps the book shut.
Pat just had some really awkward music taste.
It is her journal. And she is stuck in the 6th layer. Or was. Or is, I can't tell. But I was correct in my assumption. The king is attempting to merge pandemonium and woe. I'm still unsure if it is safe to keep this book.
What did
Oh.
it say?
I think I was frozen for a bit there. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, now I can.
No.
To repeat what I said before. From what this says, it appears that she is or was trapped in the sixth layer, and that the king had captured Naught and was after these stones, probably the same kind that Naught had. And I was correct in my assumption that the king is attempting to merge woe and pandemonium.
That is what we saw. That vision we all shared.
That is what I must prevent. I am still unsure if it's safe to keep this book, especially if it is drawing the symbol that is attempting to bind the two planes together.
If it is Patch's book, why would she be drawing it? Maybe she was seeing it. Trying to.
Judging by the blood stain, I don't think Patches has this book anymore. Someone else may be writing in it.
Was there anything about them before she was taken, after she was taken?
Are you referring to
Yes.
Barnabas?
I've had no news.
Are you
since
gonna
she took them off the ship?
Gonna investigate the book, Tumba?
Against my better judgment, yes.
Okay.
Since Bernadette is a friend and I know she is worried. Oof. Put an inspiration there. Ah, that's better. 16. Investigation.
I'm gonna write what you discover.
Okie dokie.
Whether or not you communicate this to the party is up to you. What else is happening while this is going on?
Panicking. Inside.
That's me. I'm just sitting at this table because nobody bothered to help me get up.
No, you can stay there. You didn't tell me what this book says. Now I'm scared.
You've got 60-foot blind sense. You don't need help getting up anymore.
I
You
can
Homer
see
right
people.
there.
I can see people, but you know what?
Homer is
Stubs
your
his
guide
toe.
dog now. Stubs his toe.
I'm just gonna be that blind wizard that just knows where everything is somehow. I'm gonna get up and walk out.
Oh, hello, Elle, and you just run into a wall.
I'm like, oh, hello, Ruby. It's nice to see you. I say as I'm waving at a post.
Okay.
You're gonna run to the local wildlife and get really confused when it bites you.
What was that for, Toomba?
Tumor, you little shit! Get off me!
Between Toomba, Elle, and Druid, you're gonna be really confused.
Am I, with my newfound sense of sight, am I able to discern who is who based off of what their aura looks like? Or am I just like seeing weirdly shaped blobs of weave of varying heights?
You just feel presences mentally.
Oh, so I perceive blackness, but I just know where someone is.
Yeah, you perceive it.
Oh, I do see it. Okay.
Yeah.
He's trying to talk to Toomba.
I just
Turns
need a
out
way.
It's just an actual penguin.
I just need a way to be able to actually visualize how I'm seeing the world right now, because it started out with blackness, but now I can see, like, have you ever watched Wakfu?
What?
Yes.
I
Yes.
played it, I haven't watched
The French anime.
I've played it, I haven't watched it.
There's this episode where it goes into the idea of how eliotropes can see Wakfu without sight. And I kind of feel like that's how I'm seeing the world. Like, it's just total darkness, but I'm able to see strands connecting everything together.
That's cool.
Because everything's made out of Wakfu, and in this case, everything's made out of the weave. So I could see shapes. I could see locations made or gushing out this arcane energy, but I can't actually perceive details in a sense. But at the same time, you can't really hide from me because I can just see you behind that tree.
Predator.
Yeah, as long as you're within 60 feet of me. That's how I'm gonna imagine I see it until told otherwise.
There you go.
So I just follow the trail of decaying.
This is what you read, Toomba.
Just gonna follow the trail that those two left behind and find my way out of the tent.
And what this says, they are safe, but they are not on Bullseye Bay anymore.
Where?
Was there a reason we're doing this outside, no?
Toomba, do you wish to read the passage out loud?
Toomba.
Perhaps it is best if we speak with someone who can contact them.
Toomba, where are they?
Nguta Kalama Sharesh.
What is that?
Roll Arcana.
Okay. 27.
And I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
Natural one.
God, I'm so stressed. 22. 14 plus 8.
Not you either.
I got a natural one, so that's 2.
Oh.
Unless someone wants to give me inspiration.
We'll fucking say a name next time. We won't be confused.
It was Toomba. Roll a natural 1.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens.
You must look like a fool. I am still attempting to get used to this
Is that a
use
place?
of magic. No, it is a place called Mount Celestia. And the words I spoke are supposed to contact the person who rules over this place.
Mount Celestia. What is that? Is that? Do I know what that is, Dan?
Pro religion.
Can I say what it is?
I mean, you can roll religion too.
I mean, I feel like
You're in the
yeah.
room now, right? You've just like wandered in like that blind girl in Scary Movie 4.
I
wandered
assumed we took it outside, so I walked outside.
Yeah, I'm not terribly
religion's-
far away. 17.
Religion's 18.
You do know what Mount Celestia is, both of you.
What is it?
The realm of the gods, specifically the lawful kind. You know, angels. and whatnot.
Specifically, the law of all that's good.
The epitome of true good.
Arendelle, you are better with this magic than I am. Can you repeat the can you repeat the words I said and attempt to contact this wizard?
I'll need to read it first, otherwise I won't know what he said. I don't exactly
Oh.
remember it.
I'll copy and paste. And see.
Uh,
Thank
Tumba, do you read the passage out loud, or
Not the whole thing.
not the whole thing? Just the final 3 words.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
the only part I read out loud.
Perfect. What's just Bernadette's stress level? Just we need a stress meter on Bernadette.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing this to you.
Everyone just wears heart rate monitors. Base 120 for everyone across the board.
It's interesting playing a physically flat character who has a lot of emotion inside.
I really push you guys. I push your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Unguta Kalamar Shalish.
Roll Arcana.
Rolling Arcana. 27.
The book levitates from whoever's holding its hands. The pages start to flicker insanely quick, as it's like almost if someone's bridging cards, and they stop, and there's a gleam of light that forms as the book slowly touches the ground, and this kind of silhouette of light takes a step out and stands onto the cold snow. And when it disappears, there is a young man, probably 19 or 20, wearing long gray robes. He's got like black skater hair, and very, very young, round face. He says, hey.
Did I just
Hello.
get flashbanged with magic energy?
Yeah.
Oh, no! Oh,
What did you do?
I'm blind again.
Hello, sir. Are you Nathaniel?
One second.
Hell did you just make me read?
Captain, what is this?
My assumptions are correct. This is Nathaniel Silversmith, High Wizard at Mount Celestia.
Are you telling me I just summoned the
Yes,
most...
Nathaniel Silversmith is the name. However, I prefer Master of Mysticism, but titles are titles. How can I help you today?
I know you don't know me, but my name is Tumba of the Frozen Peaks, son of Atuk, captain of the Renaissance, knight of the Natural Order. It is...
Quite a title yourself.
Thank you. It is quite rude of me to ask a favor, but well, this young lady here, her family resides on the mountain with you, and I was hoping there would be a way that she could speak with
Barnabas and
them.
Alexander, yes, no, I know them very well.
Yes. I was hoping that you could allow her to speak with them so that she knows they are safe.
Fortunately, I cannot allow you to speak with them as they are under heavy protection currently.
Action.
Protection.
Can I insight check him?
Sure can. I'll give you advantage on it. This is something you deeply care about.
18 plus 1, 19.
19, he is telling the truth.
Here's a question. Just out of the ballpark one. You wouldn't happen to make me not blind, would you?
I would lie if I told you I did not possess those capabilities. However, in my years, I have learned that
Just say no.
I need reasons to do what I do. What can you do for me?
Well, I'm a wizard. You seem to like those. What would you have me do?
Well, I do like to procure knowledge. Tell me your deepest, darkest secret.
In front of everyone or in private?
Oh, don't
Depends
mind
on
me.
how-
Just pretend I'm not here.
No, that works too well. Deepest and darkest secrets. If possible, I would like to do it in a private setting. I'll turn my gaze towards the two people who are also here. Bernadette and Tupa.
Yeah, I don't move.
I can assume they're not going to leave. Fine.
I
Deepest
have
and
learned-
darkest.
Druid
I
has
have-
changed into that dog and is looking at you exactly like that.
I have
Noel, just
learned-
gather around for this.
I have learned one of Bernadette's secrets. Now it's time to learn one of yours.
This is the time when like,
Marlena
Druid
wakes up
actually
for
get
this.
out.
She's like leaning out of
Yeah.
her tent, like kind of looking around the corner.
That could be alone, the entire party gathers.
Not appears. He's just there now.
Hey, I broke away from the king just to hear this.
Shimo's back. Hey guys, I'm back from my fishing trip. I got the milk.
That bitch.
Karma's there for some reason. I've been here the whole
The
time.
king shows up.
the king shows up.
All the villains show up.
Come on, Aradel, you.
Waverly's, I smell drama.
Come on, Aradel, you
That's
edgy
it.
bitch.
I cast magic nuke and kill all of us. The end. Good night.
Accidentally hit somewhere
Very
else
well.
because you're blind.
Yeah.
Since there does not seem to be any form of respected privacy, I might as well go ahead and just spill the beans, as it so says. At the very beginning of this journey, as soon as I figured out what the king was, I fully intended to usurp him and take that power for myself.
That doesn't sound so bad.
I suppose that is a secret, but not surprising.
That is a very good secret.
And now it's not. Is that good enough for you?
I suppose I can attempt to cure you of your ailment, of more a job suited for clerics rather than an archmage, but we shall see what happens.
All I ask is that you try.
Suddenly you also can't hear.
He leans in close, kind of looks at Arendelle very close before leaning back and says, "Why do you deserve to have it returned?"
Interesting question. Why do I deserve to have my sight returned to me? Suppose feigning ignorance wouldn't be a good reason. I asked something.
Perhaps this question isn't for you to answer, but your colleagues.
Oh dear God. Go on then. Bark away. Tell me what I done wrong.
The question is asked to all of you. Why shall this man receive his peepers again?
Peepers?
Because he's useless to us without.
Very well, I shall. They're not till the air out. Arendelle may be rude, crude, and all around rough, but he has been an invaluable companion and crewmate. He is helping us to save the entire world, essentially. And well, I am his captain, and I need him to be shipshape.
You two are rather quiet in the back.
Who is he addressing?
You and Druid?
I'll look over to Druid.
Can't really say I can judge Tristan, as I've only met him for a few days. But from what he's done, I believe he's okay.
And you?
As the captain says.
Perhaps I can make a deal. He can receive his sight back, or I can give you a few moments with the two of them.
This whole party's gonna have a whole deal with each member.
Oh shit. Can't beat that.
Why are they with you?
They're under my protection.
Why?
I'm capable.
Why were they given to your charge? And why will you only let them see? Why will you only let me see them for a few moments?
Patches left them here, as they will not be able to be tracked here. And only a few moments, because the arcane protection they're under does not affect you. You can be tracked. They cannot.
I'm gonna insight check that. I'm assuming he's telling the truth, Bernadette.
He speaks calm and he speaks true.
19.
truth. Perhaps not the truth you wanted.
Without Arendelle, I never would have met my daughter. Grant him his sight back.
Very well. I wish for it to be so. As your eyes... You're snow blinded for a moment, Arendelle, as your vision turns into pure white but slowly fades down.
My eyes
what
return
the
to.
heck?
Oh.
I suppose a few moments won't hurt. As he reaches behind him and he produces a crystal ball that he hands to you.
I'll take it at first cautiously and then just throw caution to the wind and take it and look into it.
Selflessness does deserve a reward. As the fog in the ball slowly clears away, and you see Barnabas like an old woman with a cell phone eye and nose getting reflected by the funhouse type mirror, and this crystal ball says, "Hello, hello, is this thing on? Hello."
Hello? Is it on?
God damn it.
Fuck!
Oh,
You,
what did I tell you about saying things like that?
So don't fucking do it!
Ugh.
are you safe?
So small. Is that you, Bernadette? Oh, it's good to see you. How have you been?
I am in the middle of an adventure. Are you safe?
Oh, of course I am. We both are, but I must say it's a bit hectic around here. A lot of moving parts.
Pause. I'm
Pause.
gonna send you the passage that I sent Katumba. It is prevalent to this conversation.
Fuck.
You can read that, Royal.
Okay.
This is not meant for Arendelle.
Okay.
I will say that is probably the first time you saw Bernadette smile.
Alexander.
I got the word wrong. Shut up. Fucking dyslexia.
So he's aware he's in Mount Celestia, correct?
No.
No? Okay.
He's aware he's in Bullseye Bay.
He thinks he's in Bullseye Bay.
Okay. This Bullseye Bay is kind of bright, but the people are nice, generally. No one's scared of me, so.
Bullseye Bay.
Yes.
And I'll kind of glance over at Nathaniel.
I actually got a job. I'm more town's guard now.
This is the look Nathaniel gives you.
Yeah. Are you staying safe?
Well, of course I am. Hardly anything happens on my shifts. Also, I enrolled Alexandra into school. I think she's enjoying herself. Isn't that right? Wait, where'd you go? Oh, shit. I mean, I think I should go. Oh, God, the door's open. Yes?
I'm coming back to both of you.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Um, there is something I'm working on right now. It's been a bit difficult to do without you here, but would you like to see it?
Yes.
Perfect. Let me just ah, yes. All right. Lo and behold, he he reaches for what looks like a tapestry with a white cloth covering it, and he's like, it's probably not that great. I probably should bother showing it to you. Never mind. That's my
Bombus.
idea. Well, all right. Just don't judge me too hard.
Are you showing your photo or Alex's photo?
Alex's. Oh, I said I was working on. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's not like this massive tapestry. Like it's just like a. Have you ever been to art class? And you had to do that painting section where you just sit on a stool and there's just a little white thing that you.
Easel?
What is it called? Huh?
A canvas and an easel?
Canvas. That's what it is. Yes.
Okay.
She's worked real hard on it.
And there's a reason you hesitate to show it.
Are you sure you want to see it?
Of course. I'm always interested in your work.
It's not mine. It's Alexandra's.
Even more so.
You're pretty offended by the way she drew you too. Like under your breath. She's trying to tell you something.
Right. But I'll walk over to where it is and draw back the little canvas cover.
You all see it in general.
You've been gone for a long time, but I think she's growing attached. I keep trying to remind her of you, stories mostly, but
It's been 4 or 5 days.
how long does it feel like it's been for us? And Barnabas's point of view. Bernadette, you've been gone for 2 months. She's losing that connection with you. I know you're on an important adventure and all that, but the girl needs her mother.
On this, I will drop everything to come back to you.
Only if you're able to.
Can't. I cannot explain why, but I can't.
The crystal ball slowly starts to frost over.
Wait.
The
Nice
connection
one.
slowly fades.
We're getting blurry. Something going on? Bernadette, I love you.
Shh. I apologize, but that is all the times he takes the ball back.
I half imagine that Bernadette just has the idea to just lunge at this man and take that ball back out of his hand.
Any longer could put them at danger. My heart does yearn for the toll it takes on the family, and there is a solution, but only if you okay it.
What?
There's two. One, you can return home.
What is that?
Well, there's two solutions. One, you can return home, but then what happens to all your friends here who depend on you? Two, I can adjust their percepted reality a bit.
Why did they think it's been 2 months?
Because days move differently for them. What is an hour here is 2 or 3 days there. The world they're in, everything they're witnessing and seeing, it's all to my design. I've created this reality, fabricated it out of pure arcane energy. I can completely freeze it.
Or I could go with you.
Or you could go with me. There are 2 decisions before you. Or let things continue on as normal. I guess 3.
I'll look back to everyone else. I cannot stay here. They are within grasp of me. What can I change?
What can you exchange?
What can I change? And I'm looking like Tatumba and Arendelle, and basically anyone that's here right now.
Bernadette, you managed to not only find but create something that many people spend their entire lives trying to do. I might not ever experience that. I doubt I will, but I don't feel like you should waste it or potentially throw it away for the sake of people that you honestly shouldn't care for. You owe this world nothing. You were brought here against your will.
It was my choice to come here.
And
But
your
not theirs.
father's machines will eventually find their own downfall, I'm sure of it.
father.
Yes.
That can't be possible.
You haven't discovered it yet, have you?
I had a suspicion based on the golems, but that's not possible.
The portal that brought you and Barnabas to Woe wasn't just a portal, it was a rip in reality. It brought more than just you here. It brought more than just your friends here. It absorbed it.
Why would my father be making these machines?
The Order's influence is not just a dedicated oath they make to the crown. It's beyond that. The king now holds the title of a greater deity. He has slaughtered the gods, butchered them to gain his power. His influence extends far beyond the reaches of the farthest plains. I'm sure, as you can tell by your new friend's found abilities, that other things that exist are starting to get unsettled by the amount of power it holds and by the recklessness at which it uses it.
So how long
Your father's hands do not work as if they're his own, but they now work for the crown.
And how long until Mount Celestia falls?
Mount Celestia is under the protection of me and others like me. It will be a haven for as long as we can keep it that way.
Which is how long? It appears as if the last dragon was slaughtered in a matter of days.
Not long. The last gem needed was held by your friend Not. I assume he got sloppy.
Do I spend the last few days with them, or attempt to stop this? Nothing I have done has changed anything.
You are willing to stay with us, Bernadette. I do have a plan.
Tuk make great plans.
I can't tell if that is sarcastic or not, but hear my plan. We are
You can't tell
pirates.
either.
We are pirates, are we not? Are we not?
No.
We will kidnap the princess.
Arendelle just in the background, no. Not gonna work.
No, he's answering the question. He's like, we're not pirates. None of us are pirates.
Actually,
If we kidnap the princess, then we hold something that the king holds, or holds dear.
Are you suggesting we kidnap the daughter of a greater deity?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
That was sarcasm.
Thank you.
told me you could not let me speak with them for more than a few moments because of the runes upon them.
No, they can't speak to you for more than a few moments because the runes upon your little mouse friend there, who took a deal with the devil who works directly under the king. They're scrying on you 24/7.
Yeah.
Immediately turn and look at Ruby.
The one who preaches of friendship is the biggest deceiver of them all.
Stop looking at me.
Did you Wait, is he point to L or point to Tumba?
He kind of disgraces the crowd with his hands as he speaks these words.
Well, we definitely know that's not me.
The king is scrying on us all.
It is. He has
So-
been since you've entered into. Since you got on this island, actually. Whenever the deal was made was when it started.
Which deal? There have been several. He knows our every move then.
The one that Ruby made with the devil. Am I correct?
Did you say she made
You
a
are
deal with
correct.
Did you say she made a deal with the king?
She made
A
a deal to
devil.
kill the king.
With the what of the king?
She made a deal to kill the king.
With a devil that works for the king. No doubt he wishes to gain power through the downfall of the king. Or
It's true.
this could be a trap. Alright, never mind, my first one was correct.
Harvester devils are untouchable by anyone.
Those sneaky little shits, that's for sure.
Them rising to power would be probably the worst possible outcome.
So we need a way to banish this Harvester devil.
Knows we're about to attack.
There's not necessarily banishing as a solution. Harvester devils love making deals. They actually can't resist it. It's in their nature. You have to simply outsmart the individual.
That would be a monumental task even for me. I'd have to know what he wants. I have an idea, but I have no way of leveraging it.
Not did it. I'm sure you can find a way to do it too.
Perhaps. He wants power. He wants the king's power.
It appears. The king follows us. And if we succeed, we will be handling another creature of just as equal threat.
Arguably significantly less, but
If you were to destroy the stones, the gods would be released from their binds, and things should go back to normal. It's the ongoing theory that Patch has had anyways. But she hasn't written in a few days.
Because she is most likely dead.
Unfortunately.
She is trapped in this sixth circle. Most likely. I have lost them twice already. I cannot take the risk of losing them again.
He summons a portal behind him. The choice is yours.
I do wish you all luck. And I hope to see you all again. And find something worth fighting for. I already threw them away once to find my father. I cannot make that mistake again.
I respect your decision, and I will miss you.
I will miss you as well, Captain.
Bernadette Widowfick.
Is that your last name?
Yes.
Interesting.
Since the day I met you, you were an oddity. A curiosity, if you would. You were a means to an end, I must say. But you have shown me that no matter what your origins, no matter what your background, you can still learn to grow, to love, to care for others, even if that was never what you were intended for. So, as my potentially final act towards you, allow me to express what I have learned from you. Arendelle is going to step forward about maybe a foot away from you, and he is going to hug you.
And I will stiffen for a moment and then slowly return it. I am glad you were able to see your family again. Don't throw it away. Do not push these people away. Those that care about you.
I will make it my absolute priority to keep them safe. As I expect you to keep yours safe. Don't waste a second chance.
Pumbaa waddles over and hugs you both around the legs.
All right, come in, all of you. This is the only time this is happening.
Come along, El, Oogie, drow person, druid. Marlena, wake up!
Marlena's gonna hug now.
Oh god. No, 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 no!
Chokeholds.
Get in here, Nathaniel.
There's a big group hug as you all combined in, and there's warmth in this bitter, blistering cold. As you all recount, this is the closest you've ever been to each other in this entire journey.
Yeah. Yeah, except the time Ribsley threw himself into a water weir to save Toomba.
Yep, and the time that Elle fell down the stairs and landed on top of Ribsley.
Ribsley was the only one who had a lot of physical contact. That's weird, isn't it?
Yep.
Ripley didn't have any personal space, that's why.
Yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck that is.
What are you guys doing after the hug?
Before she leaves, I'm just gonna summon some godberries and godberries.
Yes.
Take forth the god berry.
Druid slides 3 grapes in your pocket.
Druid take
road.
Druid take
snacky snack.
Wait, Sid, what are you asking? Wait, Marlena's in my chat right now.
Oh no.
Druid just takes your fucking hand, closes it,
Marlena
and you
joined
open
the
it.
Zoom call so you can say goodbye to Bernadette forever.
Fucking hell.
Join
Wait,
the Zoom call, Marlena.
Wait, Marlena, what are you asking? Last advice because she has her friend. Oh, are you talking about Lamp?
Oh, Lamp's here? 1 second.
She
No.
has her Xavier. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I was just trying to correct. Savior, her friend.
Oh. She has her savior.
I will say, before I forget, I give Marlena the gem of Misty Step, which I was gonna give to her next time she was online. It's a beautiful blue stone. Yeah.
There's Lamp.
There's a lamp.
Is Lamp still dead in my bag?
Yes. That lamp looks like this right now.
Oh my god.
The corpse of your dead companion.
I had cast Gentle Repose on the remains of Lamp when I first got it.
Lamp is pulled themselves back together and they have eaten all of your gold.
I didn't have any. I'll open the bag, like
It's
expecting to hand
biting
it
on
over.
the adamantine bar right now.
I will grab the cat by the scruff.
Meow.
And I'll hand Lamp to Toomba, or I guess to Marlena, but you know. I have a feeling that this is my daughter's cat, but I think that Marlena may Sim's on her way. I will hand Arendelle a small stone that has a rune carved into it.
Are we handing out gifts now?
You made a vow to protect them.
Right.
And I hand you an ingot of the Scold rune.
An ingot of the whole? You're gonna have to DM me that. I don't know
Yeah.
what you just said.
It's from the Giants book.
I'll DM it to you after the session.
Yeah.
But you can feel it has very strong protection magic on it.
Do you give Bernadette anything, Arendelle?
Shit, I came completely unprepared. Oh, I know. It's something to finalize the story of my life. A complete roundabout of where my journey began and how it unfortunately ended. Something I intended on giving you a while ago, actually. I reach into my backpack and you see me reveal a flaccid eye stalk.
Oh, not the pendant. Interesting.
That's not how much. That has no intrinsic value to my character.
Oh god, Arendelle, put away your flaccid eye stalk.
He hands over a flaccid-like object that is bulbous on one end.
It's
It's a one-eyed weasel.
It's a. Ignore the fact that it looks like a flaccid. You know what?
It's dripping some unknown liquid.
That looks.
It
That
is,
looks like a penis.
Yes, I am aware. This is a beholder eye stalk. I intended on giving it to you as a present, but now it seems it's a parting gift. I'd suggest that you turn it into a one.
Interesting.
It's about more powerful. Sorry.
I'm going to fucking kill God!
I'm sorry. You hear that in the Baldur's Gate narrated voice. It's more powerful, erect. What the wizard speaks is true.
My parents are watching this!
I can check that actually. Fucking hell. I'll take it and I'll put it in the bag. I'm sure we can make something with this.
I failed to. Hopefully you have better.
Why did you have this?
Something about putting a noble to sleep and instead we set the house on fire or something. I forgot.
And one thing I think I will regret is learning about what happened to you.
There's always next time.
when it's safe.
Once this is over, I do not know if I will be aware of where I am, but I ask that you do find me and bring us all home to our real home.
If that is what you wish.
I do not want to live in an illusion. But if it's the last days that I will have with them, it will do. Uh-oh.
Oh shit. Here comes Marlena.
Marlena wakes up and stumbles out of the bed, half drunk.
Ah, Marlena. I see you are recovering.
Out of the bed, half drunk.
Not drunk.
No, we were totally drinking.
Oh, Marlena.
Wish I was drunk.
You might want to say your farewells.
I will.
Bernadette will be returning home.
I was laying in bed peacefully, and then I found out this was Bernadette's goodbye, and I'm like, nope.
If it makes you feel any better, I was not aware of this either.
Draven looks over at Joe and says, "Who is that?"
I'll see that and Alina, this is Draven. Draven, good luck.
Hello. Oh yeah, goodbye or whatever.
And I'll
Toomba's like glaring at the girl from like a distance.
Yeah, both of us are just staring at it. We're like,
He is not part of my crew.
I will hand Marlena the gem of Misty Step. It is a beautiful stone. You deserve beautiful things.
So shiny, Bernadette. I love the shiny. Thank you. When we travel together in the future, the shiny will be great.
I think it will be. Please keep each other safe.
I will keep me and Bernadette safe with shiny, for sure.
Marlena, I have to go home.
Right. We're all going home together.
I do not think you can come with me. If you do, you will not be able to return here. You may not be aware when the king finishes whatever it is he is meant to do and everything ends. I do not know if I will be able to come back to you.
Marlena doesn't understand. Now, I heard you guys talking about Lamp. Is Lamp a puddle of goo?
No,
Or is Lamp alive?
Lamp's alive.
Lamp is alive.
Somehow.
Toomba holds him up.
He pulled himself together.
Me and Lamp will find you.
You do. Please take care of my daughter's cat, Marlena.
We should be going.
Very well. Please be safe. All of you.
The portal opens before a door.
Safe
Through the portal, you
sailings,
can see
Bernadette.
Barnabas and Alex playing in the window. When you step through the portal, you'll be right at the front door. Do you step through?
Yes.
As you slowly creep through the portal, it zips behind you, and you're presented with a hard oak wooden door In hand is the dripping eye socket given to you by Arendelle. As those memories slowly start to fade, and you don't quite remember why you went outside.
Marlena grabs Bernadette's leg as she's going to the door.
Well, the portal has zipped. No.
You have lost your hand.
I tried.
I'll look at this thing in my hand, not knowing really what it is. And I'll...
Something Alex found, some snake or something. She obviously strangled it to death.
Feel magic from it. And
yeah.
She is going to be trouble. And Homer's with me, right?
No, he's still here.
You sense Homer's presence. He's not with you, but he's around.
Okay. Must have left him at home to keep her from strangling more snakes. And I'll open the door.
You're greeted by Barnabas and Alex. They rush over to you.
I'm sorry it took so long. I got a little lost.
It's fine now. We're together. That's what matters.
Where did Bernadette go?
As we fade to black on that scene, Nathaniel addresses the party. He says, "No. It would be so uncordial of me to leave all of you without any parting gifts after taking so much from you. Inside the princess's camp, you will find an individual who is a particularly gifted warrior, under the shackle of the crown. If you free them, I bet they'll prove to be a most valuable ally."
Do we get a description of this individual?
You will know them when you see them.
That's vague, but okay.
Thank you. Hi, wizard.
Thank you. If you need me, you know what to say. Until then, I bid you all adieu.
Marlena says, "Bless you."
That is where we end tonight's session.
Oh my
Go.
god.
He just disappears. Well, just stand there for a few seconds, and Aaron's like, "Oh, something."
Wait, I want to know what
hasn't-
Tumba needed to say to Marlena.
Literally hasn't eaten once.
Oh, okay.
since this
We can-
campaign
we can-
started.
Back in roleplay mode. Tuba, Marlena, have you a moment?
1 second. Yeah. There was a thing that was said. Like, I was like, that I had to jump in. I heard fucking Bernadette was going away, and I was like, nope. Now, I was like watching you guys the whole time. I'm like, no.
Yes.
Well, Marlena, would you like to share a drink with me?
Of course.
Mind if I join?
Oh my god.
So this is the new guy. This is the new guy. Hold on.
I could use a drink.
No. I just kind of grab him by the back of his collar, and I just drag him away.
What is the new guy again?
You can look at his picture, notable figures. His name's Draven.
Okay.
Draven the Drow.
Raven.
Oh.
Arendelle just pulls this man away from you.
Let them have their moment.
Fine.
You can call her later.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Tumba pulls out his alchemy jug and summons beer. Lets her have the first drink.
Our word beer.
Our word, 4 gallons of beer.
Jesus Christ.
It's literally 4 gallons.
I feel like this has to be before Bernadette was like out, right? Like we're drinking this before her or after? Like we're pouring on out for our homie?
I was assuming after, but it could be before.
Oh, it could be after. We do a little pour out for our homie, like.
What the fuck, bro? That was uncalled for.
What?
You piece of shit! Stop sending me this!
Shy, stop sending him the weasel.
He said power word beach and then sent a video of the weasel drowning. This must be an augury. You're going to drown in the beer. Do it to no balls.
Marlena, I guess I had a couple of questions I wanted to ask. It's kind of weird.
Marlena likes weird.
And that is what I like about you, Marlena. You are very unique. I've never met someone like you before.
Marlena thinks you are being, I don't know how people word it, a bitch?
Wow. Wow. I've just made a pact with another god and I'm still being called a bitch.
No, not an elder god, an elder evil. Get your facts straight.
I said elder god.
That's different.
She meant emotionally.
You're kind of a pussy bitch, you know?
Why are you being so scared?
Very well. He slams the table and stands up on the stool. Marlena, I wish to protect you. Will you be my girlfriend?
Ah!
Yo!
I shoot him with a gun!
No.
In front of Draven?
In front
No,
of
you're right. You're right. I shoot him with Draven.
You just throw Draven in.
So Marlena has wait, guys. I'm a little behind, obviously, for this episode. So Marlena has met this sexy other thing.
No, not yet.
No, she met him. He definitely was there.
No.
She hasn't probably formally met him, but she's seen his presence.
Okay. You know what?
Pretty boy.
But you strike me as a fishy kind of guy. You seem like you like the waters like I do.
Uh-huh.
And you want to protect me?
Yes. I know you can protect yourself, but
I can. You want to be Marlena's first boyfriend?
Don't worry, Draven. You can be her second boyfriend.
My people numbers
Emphasis,
will really jump
first
out to the
boyfriend?
vision.
Mistress.
if you will have me,
Marlena has been searching for a boyfriend. Be my boyfriend. I want to wait. I have to ask Bernadette.
Oh no.
Guess I can't ask Bernadette.
but ask Aaron.
Guess I can't.
No. Leave me out of this.
He's just like standing outside the tent listening in.
Keep my name out your fucking mouth.
Well, you could ask Al.
All right, Tumba, listen. As much as I'm Marlena's so excited about a first boyfriend, I have to figure out if Bernadette would approve or Elle would approve or Arendelle would say like it's okay. I know these people don't matter to you or me or whatever for approval, but maybe
they matter to me. They are my
maybe
crew.
we start next session with my yes or no.
What is a session? I'm not sure what a session is, but of course.
It means tomorrow night or something.
Cliffhanger.
Are they taking therapy? What?
Of course.
I should get
Everyone's just listening in on this.
They're like watching, like they have their 19th century iPhones out.
You notice as the drow becomes more interested, you know exactly what drow do.
Yes, I know exactly what.
It's gonna be like fucking Shy.
Take
Like,
hands off.
what was Shy's character? Karma. All right, so that's the end of.
Oh God.
That's the end, guys.
Superman.
I regret everything.
As we start the session next week.
That was just the exposition, everybody. Time for the main act.
I have to know, does the party go investigate the camp that was destroyed?
Yes.
We probably would after taking time to.
All of you who would be looking for loot or things like that inside the camp, all of you roll investigation. Let me know what you roll.
And Captain, I of course would be going. Make sure my crew is safe.
Proficiency gives me
16.
22.
14.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bernadette, roll.
Marlena's too distracted. She doesn't know.
Hello.
That's a choice she would never say no to.
We could just do a summary roll if you guys wanted to.
No.
Shy.
Now we'll have to figure out what her next character is.
You guys find 8 potions of greater healing.
What the fuck?
And a total of like 2,000 gold scattered amongst the camps and in the bodies, as well as chests and obvious hoards of very valuable items like chalices and rubies and things, like just like a standard plunder. Amongst that, you find just a slew of ornate and handcrafted weapons. Nothing special or magical by any means.
Arendelle, I trust you to divvy this up between the crew fairly. I trust your judgment.
You turn to me and you just see everything going into a pocket dimension. What?
Of course, the bank.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm doing.
When we start
Sharing is
next
caring,
week,
Arendelle.
the party will descend upon the main camp. The warrior of which Nathaniel told you about is in this camp, or so you're told. Who will that warrior be? Only time will tell. Also, I feel like this is probably the most traumatic game that we've had so far.
I got to listen to a lot of it rather than be inside of it, and I'm like, dude, I wish I was there.
You don't think this is a traumatic game?
We did lose one
Compared to some of your
legitimate.
compared to one of your legitimately traumatic games, this was just sad.
Well, perhaps
This is
I
sad
should,
game.
perhaps
Oh,
I should do
no.
what I was gonna do then.
Huh?
Do as you wish. I'm just saying this is more a sad game than a traumatic game.
I need to even the playing field.
Time to kill somebody.
I talked to people about like, oh, I got to play D&D. Like, why aren't you just playing Baldur's Gate? I'm like, listen, not the
It's not
same.
yeah.
You
I
wanna
can't
level up?
talk to fun. Oh yay! I
Yay.
can't talk to funny fish monk in Baldur's Gate. You see, or a penguin
You
monk,
can-
whatever.
you
You
can't.
You might at some point, but you know you don't.
Shimo isn't coming back from his fishing trip in Baldur's Gate.
Nope.
Yeah. It's a
Shimo
sad
went
day
out
in
to
the.
get
I designed a logo for a flag. See if you can see
Oh,
it.
can't see it. Can't see it.
Can't see it.
Design a
I'm
logo for
trying.
a flag, shows the Wicks of Woe
Put
background.
in Discord. Put in Discord. Dude, you guys, I was listening to you guys
Have to take a
tonight, and I was
picture.
just like fucking freaking out the entire time. And I'm like
That's-
trying to just like work and make meals and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Just stop
kept
doing
getting-
that.
Last night.
Thank you, Endless.
Oh, last week's session. Yeah, last week's session was crazy.
well, last week's and like even listening to you guys tonight, I was like, and then I got to a certain part, and I was like, I can't not be in this. I was like, I have to turn my computer on. I have to do this, this, and this. I was like, I need to get in here.
I was not expecting this episode to go this way.
And then I heard Toomba go, "Oh, I need to say something." Marlena was like, "Oh my god, I have to get in here."
2 goodbyes in 2 sessions.
It's too many.
Who was the first one?
Robert.
Bruce Lee.
Oh, from Thursday.
Yeah, there's which I didn't see. But we lost Bernadette and Ribsley in the same session.
Yeah. I put it in a.
Ribsley's
Deb, are you joining us next week?
Ribsley's genuine.